Mystic ancient secrets can all be answered when you ask the mystic access guru. That is I, the great exalted one. I have come across 3 astral projections through the god plane in the hero metamorphosis to give you the knowledge you deserve.
All right. Hey, George. So we have IRONWORK92000. I have no idea what 92,000 means. Could be a zip code. I don't know what that is. 92000 zip code. Yeah, I don't think that's a zip code. But anyway, it's not important. What is important is this is a lying piece of shit. And we're going to prove it. And I'm not the only one to prove it either. Dave McKeegan proved it today, I believe, a few hours ago. And we'll go over that video. So anyway, without any further ado,
your fair due and greet you. Okay, so I wanted to go over a couple of things, some stuff that I came across today, and some stuff that I think is going to knock y'all socks off. So tonight on Because I was on.
Now this is from a couple of days ago. This is streamed 2 days ago. So he's not at this point in time he wasn't aware of Dave McKeegan's video rebutting this.
Real quick, and we had the panel with Sam, JJ, and everybody else, and Vika, obviously, because he's the host of the show. Shout out to those guys, and please subscribe to those gentlemen as well. The JJ.
By the way, what I'm printing right now, if you're curious, is I have where is it? Yeah, here it is. The power supply that'll run the CNC machine is one of these. It's just a regular wall wart, 1.5 amp, 24 volt. It's pretty good. Or no, 2.5 amp. Yeah, it's a 2.5 amp, 24 volt power supply. Plenty of power. Plenty of power. But it's got no way to mount it. So what I've done here is these right here are brackets that'll go over it and mount it to the board that the main processor is mounted to. So it just keeps everything nice and tidy. And I also have some cord, some hold downs for electrical cord that I'll include in the build. But this right here is, this thing here is a what do you call it? It's an e-stop, emergency stop enclosure, emergency stop switches are it's a button. It looks like you can either get them like this, pre-made, or you get them like that. Or I think this is what this one's for. So you get this and you mount it to the machine, and if you need to stop it in an emergency, you hit that big button. You've probably seen e-stops work. Any movie or show where they're got a piece of machinery and something happens and they have to hit that button, that's the e-stop. So that will mount in this thing and wire into the control board. So because in a lot of times in CNC, if you hit like cancel it or stop in the programming, it's going to look for the next line of code and stop just before it gets to that. So it could be a huge line of code. It won't stop it in the middle. Gerbil is better at doing that, but not perfect. So an e-stop is just cuts power to everything, halts it. So doing the e-stop and the power supply brackets. So anyway, back to the show.
Sam, Flat Earth Recon, and Vika Drazif, his channel. We went over what JJ presented, right? Or what he had, and I'd like to show you guys. It's crazy as hell. If you hadn't seen it, I want to show it to y'all. And shout out to JJ, please, again, subscribe to Justin Johnson 41. JJ, please put your channel in there. Thank you. There we go. There it is. There.
Okay, that's what I wanted. So we're gonna go here. I'm not sure which. I'm not sure which one of them he goes through. And like every fucking flat earther, all the live streams are like 5, 6, 7 hours.
There it is. And guys, if you haven't,
but I just wanted to know who's responsible for this shit, so we can it's probably, no, it wouldn't be that one. It'd be from 6 days. Let's see if we can't scrub through and find it. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. All right.
And greetings, everybody.
So now we're set.
my channel, please drop it in there. And JJ freaking Hawkeye over here caught that shit.
And see, people like Flatzoid and PJ and other people that I debunk, they say that I just sit here and just talk, and I just play their videos, and I don't comment or do anything. Yeah, this is what I do. This is what I do. So.
And I was like, wow, amazing. So again,
wow,
more evidence
amazing.
That
wow.
My thing is, again, I do not want to talk about the final experiment. That's not.
Well, that's weird because you spent a whole lot of time doing that.
The show is not going to revolve around that, right? We have plenty of shows to discuss that, but you guys need to check this out, okay? And I am going to give you guys a link to it directly to that, okay? Screen, boom, check it out. Okay, let's kind of open that up a little bit. Okay.
Background to the back end of the camp, back to where they started. Now, I'm going to give you one of the
Oh, Lord. Settings, let's slow it down. Playback speed, boom. You have to put it on like 0.25 playback speed, right? And then watch. Watch this.
Oh,
So we're going to watch this, and then we're going to watch the video that he's watching here from its source.
Some random skier. No, quite sure what that.
Look at how choppy the videos. Do you see how choppy the videos? This is played at slow motion, so it should be real smooth.
Yeah, no,
see? Clip, cut.
Okay, so you see this guy right here?
There's a skier.
Is talking about a random skier just appeared out of nowhere, right? And here is McToon on his...
Actually, didn't appear out of nowhere. The guy was there before MC Toon drove by. So, he didn't appear out of nowhere.
Snowmobile.
I bet when he turns and looks and someone's been standing next to him for like 3 hours, he's, oh man, you came out of nowhere.
Right? Now check this out.
Doing.
Did y'all see that? That dude vanished into the upside down.
Really? Did he? Did he really?
In the middle of quite sure what they're doing in the middle. Quite sure what they're doing.
Did y'all see that?
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah. We saw a bald lunatic talk about shit he doesn't understand. Yeah, we saw it.
One more time.
Not quite sure what they're
Okay.
doing.
Right there. You see it?
Yeah, we
Oh,
see
it
it.
turned into an SR-71.
Yeah, we see it. We see that thing.
But that is the skier. That right there is the skier, y'all.
No?
3 seconds in.
Well, is it? Is that a skier, y'all? How many people think that's a skier? Do you think that's a skier, George?
Into that clip that JJ shot. That JJ clipped out.
Does that look like a skier? Vlad? Does that look like a skier at all?
Seconds into it, this is what you get. That's what you get. So I'm going to go ahead and
That must be a huge red flag and an evidence of dishonesty, right? That right?
I'm going to send it to y'all. That's the one that JJ sent. Boom. And then if it takes you to the whole show, go to 1 hour 47 minutes. Go
1 hour 47 minutes.
Count.
Okay. Okay, so it starts. That's the clip. So he clipped it.
to 1 hour and 47 minutes. Okay? 1 hour, 47 minutes, and like 40 seconds. Colon 40. Right? Boom. You want to go out to 1 hour, 47 minutes, 40 seconds. All right.
See, that's what the clip does. It puts you there. You didn't know that?
Right. And that's what the skier turns into.
Hmm.
So are we stupid or what? That's my thing.
Yeah, you are. You're insane and you're stupid.
Everybody wants to get on our case. Everybody wants to jump on me if I find something. JJ.
Right, because you're a liar. You're a fucking liar, Vlad, and we're going to prove it. And he's, hey, Mr. Matt Vat, he's tagged in the video or in the live stream. And I let him know that I'm going to be live streaming. So
JJ found this, right?
will he be brave enough to come by?
Everybody wants to jump on his case, make fun of him. Everybody wants to talk shit to us. But this is the stuff people keep coming across. This is what the hell we're talking about. And this is real time. This is today. JJ, shout out to you. I don't know when you put this out, but I'm watching this today. You showed this to us today. So I want to talk about it as soon as I can, which is today, which is right now. Right?
Okay. So let's look at the clip he posted.
Oh, past some random skier, not quite sure what they're doing in the middle of a studio. All the way back around to the back end of the camp, back to where they started.
Yeah, see how it's all choppy? So, what we're going to do, let's watch this. Well, here's JJ.
Welcome.
Let's see if we can find it.
Tell
Anyway,
it to Donald, much love.
Anyway, we already saw it, so here's Dave McKeegan.
Thanks for joining us for another video. You know, it's crazy to think that it's been 11 months since I was in Antarctica.
And we don't really want to show his whole video. I want to get to the point where he talks about this. Yeah, here we go. Start here.
Set up one of his 360-degree cameras on the edge of the camp, recording a time-lapse, which ended up going for more than 30 hours. Both of those videos have been on YouTube for months, and I will link them down below. So what I did was I downloaded the videos from both of these cameras, and I synced them up with each other and placed them both together in a single video. And you can see not only are the cloud patterns a match between the two cameras, but when the clouds start to block the sun in one location, they don't immediately block it from another location, basically highlighting that it was not some sort of a giant LED studio, as has been suggested. If it were a studio, the sky should be identical in both, and both should see the sun get blocked at the same time.
Yep.
Then during that 24-hour period that Toon's camera was recording, he needed to travel back up to it to swap the power brick over so that the camera didn't go flat. And to do this, he got one of the ALE staff members, Scott, to drive him from main camp to halfway point and back to main camp on a snowmobile. And Toon recorded the whole thing on a GoPro. So again, I took the snowmobile footage and his 360-degree footage and I synced them together. So you can watch Toon in the main camp, get onto a snowmobile, drive for several minutes on the route around to halfway point.
Now notice as he's driving, see these flags? Dave will mention them.
In the main camp, get onto a snowmobile, drive for several minutes on the route around to halfway point. You see him arrive at halfway point, both from the perspective of the
Hey, Westside.
snowmobile as well as the 360-degree camera. And then, after he's finished, drive several minutes back to the main camp.
Fitness. How long have you known me? Fitness.
But rather than turning around and going back the way they'd come, Scott carried on around the loop. So, starting at one end of Union Glacier Camp, around the marathon loop, and back into the main camp from the other side. And I showed these videos to Sam during the debate.
Hey, Viz.
Now, the snowmobile video is almost 45 minutes total. And even just the portions of them riding the snowmobile total about 15 minutes. So rather than just leaving the video playing forever, which would have been quite boring for everyone watching, I just skimmed over it to highlight the points. Well, enter desperation.
Yeah, he skimmed over it, right? He skimmed over it. That's why it was choppy.
Nothing much was actually said of those videos by Sam during the debate, other than to ask, would it be possible to fake it?
Okay, so you know what? Let's make it, on the other way. Do you believe that the footage you showed me could be faked? I'm not saying by you. I'm saying like, in a movie studio and in Hollywood.
However, a few days ago, a flat earther by the name Justin Johnson clipped part of the snowmobile video, claiming to have found an anomaly that proves it's fake. And this claim has since been shared by Vlad and others, and it focuses on part of the video near the end of the ride as they're almost back at Union Glacier Camp.
Sure what that
Okay.
do.
Right there. You see it? Oh, I can turn into an SR-71. But that is the skier. That right there is the skier, y'all. 3 seconds
Y'all?
into that clip that JJ.
That right there's a skier, y'all. He's just a dude playing a dude pretending to be another dude.
That JJ clip out. 3 seconds into it, this is what you get.
Hey,
Now,
Cygnus.
for reference, going out on the
Hey, Cygnus.
loop was perfectly fine to do as long as you signed out and back in with the ALE staff so they knew to be aware that you were out there in case you didn't come back. Now, whilst none of our party chose to go out on the loop, there were other people at the camp who did. For example, whilst we were at halfway point, I saw someone walking on part of the loop and I recorded this footage of them with Mount Rossman dwarfing them in the background. On one of the drives back to camp, our truck actually had to stop and wait for a few minutes because one of the Twin Otters was coming in to land on the runway, which, for that, we actually got out of the truck and recorded it, and while we were waiting for the plane to land, a skier went past us. So, seeing a skier, not a big conspiracy. However, if you play the clip from the debate through slowly, frame by frame, you see the skier, and then the skier disappears and this strange black shape appears. So, naturally, flat earthers are jumping straight on the idea that this is a CGI glitch. Nope, it's a flag. I not only highlighted during the debate that the video was over 40 minutes long, and yet it didn't take me 40 minutes to go through it, but you can even see the progress bar along the bottom where I was literally dragging the playback along, and it's jumping dozens of seconds each frame. For context, here is that section of video played back at 1x speed.
I mean, it's like if you closed your eyes for like 5 seconds and then opened them, you wouldn't expect shit to be the same, right? Especially if you're moving, right? I mean, if you did like this, which is basically what the camera's doing, what the video's doing, it's shutting its eyes and then opening them for just a second and then shutting them again. So here's the original
You see
video.
the skier, and you can see a line of flags as well. And then Scott moves over to go around the skier, which I think is one of the ALE staff because Scott waves to them.
What do you know? What do you know, Vlad? What's that, buddy?
And then Scott moves over to go around the skier, which I think is one of the ALE staff.
Wow. So you got a skier and an SR-71 all in the same frame. That's amazing, Vlad. That is amazing.
Because Scott waves to them.
Yeah, you really thought he cracked the case wide open. But that's what you get when you're a gullible fuck, and you'll believe anything anybody tells you.
And then a few seconds later, they pass this black flag. Now, this is obviously a much less compressed version than the video that Flat Earthers have been reviewing, because they've been looking at one that was played back over screen share through Zoom and then run through YouTube during a live stream. So it's had a lot of compression done to it, which does somewhat mask the flagpole in the second frame and pretty much completely blurs out the line of flags in the first frame. So no big conspiracy, though knowing some flat earthers, I would not be surprised if they're about to start claiming that this is damage control that I'm doing now, and that this video is one where I've magically fixed the CGI glitch. Except, as I mentioned to Sam during the debate when I first brought the clip up,
I've also put together this little video. I say little video, it's about 42 minutes long, but I've got it uploaded to YouTube. I can link it to you if you want.
I had literally only put this snowmobile synced video together a few hours before the debate, and then I immediately uploaded a copy of it to YouTube as an unlisted video, which
It's 6.3 gigabytes. That's a hell of a fucking file. You can get complete movies off IMDb or off Pirate Bay that are like 1 gigabyte. So 6 gigabytes is a pretty goddamn big video file.
FYI, I will link below so you can watch the full 43 minutes in all its glory, and you can see I uploaded it on October 22nd, the same day as the debate with Sam and 2 weeks before Flat Earthers started making any claims of CGI glitches. But it's things like this that to me highlight the sheer desperation of Flat Earthers when it comes to TFE.
Yep. So, what do you got to say for yourself, Vlad? Such a gullible piece of shit.
Now, I'm going to give...
So yeah, he was just scrubbing through a compressed video, and it got choppy, and in between the frames that you saw, he didn't change into a fucking SR-71. He didn't leap up into the down under or whatever. Hey third. He's just a dipshit. That's all he is. Just a fucking dipshit. I mean, he really thinks he's like some great investigator, some great prophet, some oracle, and he's so fucking egotistical and arrogant. He thinks that people have to obey him, have to they have to apply or comply with his demands of a receipt. I want to see your receipt, buddy. You better show it, buddy. Who the fuck are you, Vlad?
So there it is.
Yeah, it's a flag, bitch. Look at it. It's a flag. Is this even in and of course it's 720p, so you don't have any detail really, right?
There it is. Let me get that thing off the screen. So y'all tell me, are we crazy?
Yes, you are crazy. You have a mental condition. You are clinically insane.
Are we crazy, or are we just presenting what we have in front of us?
You're presenting biased bullshit that confirms your bias, man. That's what you're doing, and you're doing it deliberately. And that's being dishonest. If you ask me.
Nobody's making anything up. Nobody's accusing.
Yeah, you are. And yes, you are. You're accusing them of being frauds. You're absolutely fucking doing that, you lying piece of shit.
Well, we kind of are, but at the same time, we're accusing.
Oh, we kind of are. So you lied.
Accusing because these are reactions that we're giving based off of what we were told.
Based off your ignorance and your lack of research. That's what you're basing it on. You are not a truth seeker. You are not looking for truth or facts. All you're looking for is confirmation bias, man. And you fail epically.
You guys understand? So we're not just jumping to accuse people just to accuse people, but
yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You absolutely are. You've been doing it for 10 months, man.
There's a reason as to why we're doing these things. There's a reason as to why you have a group of people that are making these accusations, right? And so you saw it right there. I didn't just make that. We didn't just make these things.
Did you investigate? Did you research it? Did you bother to go to fucking Dave McKagan's original video and maybe vet it to see if it was bullshit? Did you do that, motherfucker? No, you didn't, because you're a fucking asshole.
This is what they claim.
And now you're lying about being an asshole.
They experience. And so you mean to tell me that you're experiencing somebody getting beamed up?
Yeah.
Like a Star
Yeah, you didn't even go to the original source, man. What a pathetic loser.
Trek character? Or just getting raptured? JJ said he got raptured. I thought that was pretty funny. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants to jump on our case. Everybody wants to make fun of me and everything, which that's cool.
Yeah, you're a lol cow, man. You're a lol cow. Everything you say is just fucking desperately, pathetically hilarious.
But you Globers have to be honest with what it is we're presenting.
You're not presenting anything honest. That's the problem. The only honesty is on our side. You have no honesty. This dude would make a great Republican, wouldn't he?
You understand? Globers, look, I'm just telling you guys, you don't have
I'm surprised I haven't heard one of these dumb motherfuckers say, yeah, that government shutdown, that's a Glober shutdown. I'm surprised none of them has said that yet.
to listen to me, but you have those things in front of you. You could do the same homework. You could look as deep as we're looking, and then you could find some things that just don't make sense, right? In my mind, this has nothing to really do with the flat earth. It has more to do with who's being deceived. You understand? And if you want to be a Glober and you want to believe it, or you want to be a flat earther and you don't want to believe it, or you want to be a Glober and you don't want to believe it, they're all attempting, it looks as if they are attempting to deceive all of us.
So I just showed you. We just proved that we're not deceiving anybody, that you're the one that's deceiving people. We just proved that. In how long have I been? In less than 5 minutes. I completely destroyed your whole concept of your honesty.
Yes, clinically delusional, right? Okay.
Okay.
Digital artifacts in the 21st century, right? Okay. Yeah. So you see what I mean?
Digital artifacts in the okay.
Right. So that's their explanation, is that I'm delusional, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. We're stupid.
Yes, you are delusional. Yes, you're stupid. You're delusional. You're insane. Absolutely. This proves it. Right there. See if I can't stop right on the frame.
Synced video together a few hours before the debate, and then I immediately uploaded a copy of it to YouTube as an unlisted video, which, FYI, I will link below so you can watch the full 43 minutes in all its glory.
Yes, we just proved that you're fucking delusional, asshole. Right here. That's the proof.
And then we're going to get that all the time. That doesn't answer why we're seeing what we're seeing. A digital artifact. That's why that dude turned into what he turned into.
No, he didn't turn into anything, man. Didn't turn into anything, did he? What the heck was that? I just saw something weird. What was that? Oh, that was it. Okay. Sorry. There we go.
That doesn't make any sense, man. I'm not even going to name your name, but that's you know that's it doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah. I think that's why they do it, Ender. I think that's why they do it, because they know no one's gonna sit through fucking 5-6 hours of 8 hours of a fucking video to pick a few things out, and they're just boring. And they do that basically like just to discourage anybody from debunking them.
Sense, right? And then people say it was refraction.
But
we make
I'm a tenacious motherfucker, and I find it.
Jokes on those guys about it. Exactly. Textbook examples. Okay. Well, present that to any and everybody. Don't just leave that with us. Right? Okay. You that say exactly Okay. Listen, present that to other people and let's see what they say. Okay. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. I already said that we are basically done with the final experiment. We're pretty much done.
No, you're not. No, you're not, you liar.
But I just wanted to show you guys that I went ahead and I dropped that in the chat.
Someone's gonna send him another link, and he'll be back doing another 4-hour fucking video about it. Right?
Also, hold on, let me do it one more time. Boom. That's it right there. Please check it out.
I want to see if I'm still blocked. See if I'm blocked on his channel.
Yeah, check that out. Also, it's what, 3 weeks now. Witsit still hasn't given his tickets, and he said, "Yeah, bro, I'll get it." Vika's channel again, Vika's show, and nothing. Also, Jaren said that he was going to present his tickets to Union Glacier, and
nope, I'm fucking blocked. So yeah, tagging him in the video didn't do anything, or leaving a message didn't do anything. So yeah, I'm still blocked. If you look at down here, it's the same video. What the hell's going on here? Oh, yeah, see? That's what I just showed. And my comments are not there. What a coward. What a fucking coward.
nothing. So what? We're just supposed to forget about that, right? That's what they said they were going to present it. They have yet to do that. So I guess I'm stupid to ask for tickets, right? And then
yes, you are stupid for asking tickets from a person who was in every video with Dave, who you accepted the fact that he went. Yes, you are stupid. You're absolutely fucking retarded.
For whatever.
Oh. See, you're asking for Jaren's ticket because you know for a fact that he burned it up. See, that's what flat earthers do. They demand evidence that they know they can't get. And because they can't get the evidence, oh, then it must be fake. Right? How fucking dishonest can you get, man?
Whatever reason they can't present them, that's not suspicious or anything like that. Because we're stupid, right? We're delusional. That's right. Okay. Okay, cool. Not a problem. Anyway, I will leave that alone. I will let you guys break that down. Yeah, they're still in the oven baking. I'll let you guys break that down as you will. But what I really wanted to dive into was the latest from the Apollo Detectives. Apollo Detectives is one of those channels that I used to love going to all the time. Compared to what they do now, they used to present stuff always. And not really lives, but just anomalies that took place with the Apollo moon landing, right? And
no, there's no anomalies. Just you dumb motherfuckers don't believe shit.
I like watching their stuff. They had Gerald White, they have Marcus Allen, and they have the other guys, right? The Canadians and everything else.
Yeah, faking a ticket would be easy.
Marcus Allen is the old guy, the British dude, right? As of recent, you've had challenges from Simon Dan challenging the Apollo Detectives, basically calling them out of their name and saying that they're foolish because they don't believe in the moon landing, and there are reasons as to why. Yeah, I'll listen. We're going to play the video. I will let you guys break it down, and then we'll go into discussing it. But before I continue,
where was it? I thought I had it up. Huh. I guess I closed out the window, but I wanted to find the yeah, never mind.
Apollo Detectives, listen,
do that later.
Right? Us in the flat earth, we don't have any smoke with you guys. We have no problems with you guys. As a matter of fact, some of us really like you guys. Like me, I like you guys, right? You don't have to go in there saying that flat earth is rubbish, okay? We don't have a problem with you. You are looking for what the truth is. At least it appears you're looking for what the truth is. We have no problem with that. Us as flat earthers, we've gone a few steps beyond what you're looking at. You're like still going about this moon thing. We already know they didn't go to it.
Anyway, fuck moon denialism. I mean, he just really is a piece of fucking human trash, isn't he? I don't understand how phones work. I don't understand how radio works. So they couldn't have called, Nixon couldn't have called them, right? Let's see if we can find something else. His regular videos are a little shorter. Let's look at this one.
Rumble YouTube family, what's good? What's happening? Let's chit chat for a little bit. So I'm going through my feeds and then I see that False Prophet Dave went ahead and made a video. So this video is around an hour long, and if you want to take a look at it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave it in my description box.
Why are you streaming while you're driving? Why are you doing that?
Now, there are three things specifically that he hit on.
At least his seatbelt's on.
And that I felt were necessary to talk about. And his video is basically in regards to how...
Hey, Mr. Matt Bat.
True and flat earthers are, to me, it's the same thing. But flat earthers are cowards for the results of what the final experiment is going to come up with, which it's not an experiment. We know it's an observation, but that's neither here nor there. So there are three things I wanted to talk about. That's cowardice. That is foolishness.
So foolishness, you're a flat earther. That's foolish. Check. You're a coward. You block people and boot people off your show when they prove you wrong. That's cowardice. Next.
And that's also integrity.
Oh, integrity. You have no integrity. You have absolutely no integrity. So, wow. Nice projection there, buddy.
So, cowardice, first of all. Professor Dave, you're...
I mean, the whole time I'm watching this, and I'm not racist at all, but just through in my mind, I'm hearing, must resist urge to be racist.
Calling Professor D. Marble a fool, an idiot.
D. Marble isn't a fucking professor, you moron. He thinks D. Marble is a professor. Okay.
For making his experiments and everything else like that. You don't want to talk about his level experiments or his laser experiments from afar.
Laser experiments from afar. What, he shined a laser and you saw the light of it, like refracting or diffracting off the water? I mean, like that? D. Marble is not a fucking professor. So he calls D. Marble a professor, but he refuses to call Dave a professor when Dave has actually worked as a professor.
Every single time he's done it, you don't want to discuss that. You want to...
See, that's calling D. Marble a professor sort of answers your question about integrity.
Talk about his airplane experiment with the level, and that's debatable. That in itself.
Yeah, he took a level on board an airplane and expected it to like show nose dip. That's what he expected, or he expected it to go out of level because they're going around a curve. Because if you do that, then it's got to be out of level. Jesus Christ, D. Marble's another fucking coward who refuses to debate anybody.
Self is debatable, but you want to call him an idiot. Call that to him to his face. Call him that.
Oh, I will. I'll call him an idiot to his face. I got no problem. No problem with doing that. Problem is, he hides from people.
To his face, okay? Like we've just about had it with you doing all this, hiding in your...
Does anybody doubt that I'd speak truth to power, to so to speak? He's not power, but that's the phrase. Anybody doubt that I'd speak truth to that piece of shit?
The Lord knows your freaking cave.
I mean, I was trained in the Army. I was trained to go up against more intimidating people than him
Spouting
and win.
off that nonsense while you're finger fucking your cat. We don't know why you do what you do, but you're doing it, and it's stupid, man. Like, grow up, dude. Grow up. Grow up and
You first. You first, liar.
grow a pair. If you feel that strongly about D Marble, then go say that to his face. Go say those hurtful things, those piss poor.
I have. He blocked me for him. He blocked me for it. I've challenged him to a debate. He blocked me. So, what are you talking about, liar?
Juvenile things to his face, man. Please say that to him. And I'm sure he'll be more than happy to greet you where you stand. Say that to his face. I dare you. But you won't. That's too much like right. You won't.
Dude, I've told off generals, motherfucker. And I was in the right when I did it. So don't tell me D Marvel's any kind of a problem. And that's a fact. When I was in the Army, I was a photographer. I was in the lab working on something for a 3-star general. It was some sort of packet he was putting together for distribution to under his command. And and I mean, I had my technique when I did lab work was I had a box that was sealed with all the unexposed paper, and then I'd expose it. I'd put it in a box. I'd put it in another box, and then when I got them all done, I'd develop them. So I got everything exposed, did my test prints, got my time down, ran my test strips, got everything printed. In the middle of developing them, some motherfucker ignored the sign on the door that says dark, do not enter, and walked in on me and flooded my fucking darkroom with white light, ruining my entire day's worth of work. And I chewed that motherfucker out. I didn't see his stars. I chewed that he was a 1-star general, and I chewed him the fuck out. He tried to call me to the carpet with my commander. My commander stood up for me. So, yeah. I had no problem with D Marble, motherfucker. D Marble's a bitch.
You won't. And so another thing I want to talk about is foolishness. How are we fools? How are flat earthers idiots?
Because the earth isn't flat, motherfucker. It's been measured as spherical. That's why you're a fool. You believe in foolish things. You say foolish things. You think foolish things. You're in a foolish cult.
Because some of us believe that the sun is going to do something versus others that don't believe that the sun may do or may not do what the claim is, right? So here's the thing.
The sun may do what? The sun does what the heliocentric model says it does. So you don't believe in reality. That makes you a fool.
We're called flat earthers.
And then when someone proves to your face when you're wrong, you rage quit. That makes you a cowardly fool.
Right? I like to call it true earth, but we're called flat earthers. Nowhere in true earth, flat earth. Nowhere in there do you hear anything about stars. Nowhere in there do you hear anything about moon, sun, galaxy, nebula, and so on and so forth.
Right, those things are out there, but you deny them because you're a fool.
All of that. Flat earthers, flat earthers, flat earth, flat earth, true earth, true earth. That's all you're going.
I mean, you can say it as many times as you want, but it won't make it true. It just shows your insanity.
To hear. That's it. You don't hear about that other shit. You know why? Because here's one thing we agree on, that the earth is flat.
No, we don't agree on that. You're an idiot.
that the Earth is flat, and that's where
Okay, prove it. Prove it. Present a map, a model, and measurements of your measurably flat Earth. See, that's the tagline for flat Earth is, the Earth is measurably flat. Observably and measurably flat. Well, present measurements of your fucking measurably flat Earth. Can you do that? No, of course you can't, Vlad.
you disagree with us, and that's fine. Now, if you disagree with us that the Earth is curving, as you have in the past, and you continue to, obviously, prove it.
We have. We have. To your fucking face, motherfucker. You rage quit and kick me off your show. See, you aren't looking for truth, Vlad. You're looking for confirmation bias. You're looking for lies. Your actions prove that.
We've proven to you time and time again that this
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
thing does not curve.
No, you haven't. You've not proven it at all. Ever. Ever. All you do is whine about how you don't like reality, how the heliocentric model, which is a measurement of everything, hurts your feelings. What a pussy. You're a pussy, Vlad. You're a pussy.
We've proven to you time and time again with the laser experiments. We've proven to you with the flights that even the
Hey, dude, that's not a measurement, okay? Shining a laser over the water isn't a measurement. That's just shining a laser over the water. You know, if you went to a tailor and you said, I need to be fitted for a tuxedo, and he said, I need you to take my measurements. If he just shined a laser light at you, do you think that would be taking measurements? How do you think that suit would fit? How do you think that tuxedo would fit, Vlad, if all he did was shine a laser at you? No, measurements, motherfucker.
horizon is flat. And those with the curved horizon, well, guess what?
And actually, that's been proven false. So, by Rory, I think was his name. He did it. Compressed the horizon right to left, or left to right. Showed that it curves. Lake Pontchartrain Causeway proves that the Earth is curved. But you deny that, right? Because you're the big truth seeker.
If we tilt the plane in a different direction, pointing down, the window's going to give us something different. Or even the
See, truth seekers don't ignore reality.
camera view will give us something different. Convexity and concavity, it will give us both. But we've proven and shown and
Right? Only with a wide-angle lens, only with an extreme wide-angle lens does that happen. So, but you deny all evidence that's shot with a rectilinear lens. See, that's the problem. See, that proves that you aren't looking for truth.
demonstrated time and time again that this thing is flat, level, and plain. If you don't like it,
Your mom's box is plain.
perform the experiment. Perform those experiments that we continue to perform. And if you don't believe us, hey, I'll give you a person to go perform the experiment with, okay?
But we really don't need to perform experiments. They've already been performed, and we have measurements. So once you have measurements of something, you don't need to keep experimenting. You've already found the answers. You don't need to keep experimenting. See, we just do these experiments to humor dipshits like you.
Taboo Conspiracy 3, his name is Ben. Ask Ben. Ask Ben to go conduct that
That conspiracy? Great Freudian slip there, buddy. That's a fantastic Freudian slip.
give
Listen,
you a person to go perform the experiment with, okay? Taboo Conspiracy 3, his name is Ben. Ask Ben. Ask Ben to go conduct that
to go conduct that conspiracy.
laser test with you. A laser, it's a light over distance, right? Choose your body of water. Choose it, and we'll conduct a test.
How about you present measurements, asshole? So you don't give a shit what kind of lights you have. We want measurements. We want a map that you can navigate by, that you can do celestial navigation by. We want a model that you can predict things by, like eclipses and tides and stuff like that.
We've done this time and time again with you. So that's foolishness. We're not fools. We're not fools. We were as blind as you. We once believed that this place was curving and it was turning and all those other nonsense stories. We once believed that, but we snapped out of it.
Oh, you mean you got duped by YouTube videos when Flat Earth took off on YouTube about 10 years ago, right? That's what you meant to say. You didn't snap out of anything. You were indoctrinated, motherfucker. And you're such a gullible fuck. You ate it like candy. Hook, line, and fucking sinker.
You didn't. We grew up. We humbled ourselves to us being wrong.
Oh, they humbled themselves. Okay. Sure.
And if so, we can do so again if we're wrong. If many of us are wrong because of this observation, we can be like, we were wrong.
But you never do. See, we show you the truth and you just ignore it. You hand wave it away. Stick your fingers in your ears. Go la 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 la. That's what you do, Vlad. That's what every fucking flat earther does. You weren't looking for truth. Fucking piece of shit.
But here's the thing. When it comes back to foolishness, we've been fooled. We've been tricked time and time again with a million other things. We've been tricked with the goddamn in 2020 with the cocoa. We've been tricked just recently with
Oh, the COVID? With COVID? No, see, you're a death-mongering piece of shit is what you are. See, because of your language, because of your talk, people have died, motherfucker. People have listened to your bullshit, and they've died.
Damn, the former president claimed he got his ear shot off. Meanwhile, he turns up a few days later with a whole new earpiece. So we've been fooled, and we continue to be fooled.
Yeah, I gotta agree with him on that. You know, Trump's ear is remarkably good looking for having been shot with a high-power fucking rifle. Really, really looks good. My theory is that since Trump likes McDonald's a lot, they just real quick reached into his pocket and pulled out a fucking ketchup packet that he had left over and squirted it on his face.
By people like him and dick suckers like you.
Dick suckers like you? What? What?
And now integrity. What do we have to lie about?
That the earth is flat. That's what you have to lie about. Because you don't like reality. Because you're a pseudo-religious piece of shit. That's why.
You spent a whole hour talking about those three major things and those of us in our community, in this community, that we're lying about something. We're foolish about some things and we're scared about something.
Oh, you're terrified. You're absolutely fucking petrified, motherfucker. Absolutely.
That's wrong. And so what do we have to lose? What do we have to hide? We've already fucking laid ourselves out there bare saying that we're fucking flat earthers. That's bad enough. Some of us have lost our fucking families. Some of us have lost our jobs.
Good.
Some of us have lost both just based off of what we fucking believe.
Good.
So what?
Hey, Mr. Jingles. I don't know. He talks about dick sucking and fucking SSUM talks about guys' junk all the time. Yeah, they definitely have a homoerotic vibe about them, don't they?
What do you mean that we're lying? What do we stand to gain in lying?
See, we just proved you lied here. We proved that you lied. Right? See the skier? See the flag? You lied. Where the hell? Oh, there we go. I'll be right back.
lying? Please tell us. What do we stand to gain in lying? And where are these lies coming from? Where are we lying?
Subs, subscribers, views, clicks, likes, monetization. That's what you stand to gain. Some egotistical fucking insanity-driven fucking something. I don't know.
And if we are lying somewhere, show us where we're lying.
I did. There you go. There you go.
But you can't.
And I showed you where you're lying when I was on your fucking show, pal. And what did you do? You kicked me off. Yelled at me and kicked me off. See if I can't find that. It was a while back. Won't be those. Where is it? What the fuck? Was it live? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, here it is. Antarctica.
I'm talking about a boarding
Oh, is that you? Okay.
pass and a ticket. That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean come into the... No, that's not it. God damn it. Where the hell is it? Shit. What the hell happened to my video? Huh. Oh, here it is. There it is.
Love it. Something about you guys anytime I see.
Actually, no, that's not it either. What the fuck? Anyway. I don't know.
You also seem to think that we didn't learn the same stuff that you know what? I'm not even going to fucking get.
You obviously didn't. You're not smart. You're not as smart as a fifth grader, man. All these stupid fucking questions you're asking were all answered in grade school, man. Grade school and high school. Tell us you never went to school. Tell us you dropped out without saying the words.
Get into that. I'm not going to go there. And I'm not going to spend a whole hour talking bad about you. But listen, man.
Really? I don't know. Your video, your channel says differently. See, just another lie from you. Right? Here's your live streams. And all these are talking bad about people. Every single one of them. Every single one of them.
And all those three things that I said and I recommended, I highly advise you take those on board and you perform those functions. Like, Like, hey, you've got over 1 million fucking people that are sub to you, dude. Show us where we're wrong. Get that flat earther that they call goddamn Taboo Conspiracy 3. Get him, conduct the experiment side by side with him with the laser test. And then prove us wrong. And then we can see the earth curve with the lasers. That's as straight as
So you think you could see the earth curve using a laser? I mean, if Lake Pontchartrain didn't do it, if measurements don't do it, what the fuck do you think a laser is going to accomplish?
they fucking get is a goddamn laser. So show us, or water rather, and show us where this water's curving. And show us where we're foolish and we're wrong.
I should have I should like catalog everything soundly. There we go. Let's go to his channel. I don't think that's soundly. Oh, that's soundly software. Let's go channels. There it is. There we go. See, this is why I like Walter Vislin's advanced earth curve calculator, because you can compare between curved and flat. There's no sound. And see what he did? He showed an overlay of a photograph from the position he is in this thing. Let's say if he compares it to the flat. And he raises the viewpoint up. You can see more. See, you can see it's curved, man. Wow, what happened to all this other shit, man? Where'd it go? Where'd it go, man? Yes, chef's kiss, absolutely. There you go. Curved earth, bitch. Matches reality. And see, the thing about the causeway is that road is the same height above the water, the entire stretch, except for the part where it goes down on the ramp. So the level parts of that road, of that causeway, are the same height above the water. There we go. See that curve? See that curve there, pal? Look at that. See this curve? On one of these he compared. I think this is it. Maybe. No, there's a net. Yeah. Every one of these matches what we would expect to see in reality and matches the photograph. So that wasn't exactly it. One of these, he, yeah, I mean, dude, seriously. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, what's this asshole? What the fuck do you think that is? See, this point and this point, right? This water and that point on the bridge are the same height as this point on the water and this part of the bridge. It's all the same height, man. So why is this curved, dipshit? Why is this curved? See, that's why we say you're liars.
Please, like we can't wait.
See, I mean, we just showed you the curve. So
if there's an experiment that we will watch, it's that one. It's that one. Because the sun doesn't determine what the earth does. If you hadn't noticed, the sun doesn't determine what the earth does. It just doesn't. It can't.
Yeah, it most certainly does. If the sun isn't there, the earth freezes, bitch. When the sun isn't in the sky, it gets colder. It gets dark. That wouldn't happen on a flat earth. Would it?
Can't.
Hey, Debatable D.
It doesn't matter what the sun does. It's not going to make this place curve after the observation.
Yeah, it will. It absolutely fucking will. Yes. After the FTE or TFE, yes, the sun absolutely proved that the Earth curves. That the Earth is not flat.
Doesn't matter what it does, and we're okay with that. We're fine with that. So whatever you heard about us being cowards, that's the nonsense that you and your friends decide you want to spread.
See, this is what cowards do. They try and make people believe that they're not cowards, when every action they do proves that they are.
That's the stuff that you and Professor, what's his name? Freaking Will Duffy wants to spread. That's not true.
Will Duffy isn't a professor. Why do you keep calling people professors when they aren't? Do you know what professor means? Do you know what a professor is? A professor isn't just somebody who speaks. No. I don't think he even knows what fucking words are.
True. You have those of us in the community that disagree with each other on that. But one thing we finally come to agree on is that this place is flat. So let's talk about the flat Earth.
Good. Prove it. Prove the Earth is flat. Don't show us fucking laser experiments. Give us those three things. A map, a model, and measurements. It's all we'll accept. Okay? We don't give a fuck about your laser lights. We don't give a fuck about your mirror fucking reflection shit. That shit doesn't hold in a scientific paper. Okay? You can't write a scientific paper and say, well, I shined a laser out over the water and that proves something. No, that doesn't work, man. A map, model, and measurements.
We're not concerned about what the sun does. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's not going to turn this place into a ball. And it's...
No, it certainly won't, because the Earth already is a ball, dumb fuck.
It's not going to start making this place move. And so...
No, the sun won't make the Earth move, because the Earth's already in motion, motherfucker. It orbits the sun, and it spins on its axis. God, what a dishonest fuck.
Here's the thing. If that's the case, if it does those things, then pilots...
Actually, what we can do, bring this back. Make this bigger. There we go.
Need to ground themselves immediately. And
why? Because you don't understand how aviation works? how aerodynamics work? Because you don't understand that pilots should ground themselves?
People, if you're shooting
God, how fucking arrogant can you be to think that your opinion means that pilots should ground themselves?
munitions, you better put your damn guns away. You better put your ships and your battleships and your missile stuff away.
Why? Why? The military artillery uses the curvature of the Earth and the Earth's spin to achieve a firing solution. See, I tried to prove that to you, and you kicked me off because you're a coward.
Because as soon as you fire them, they're going to be off target. Totally off target. Especially if you're firing line of sight.
When does artillery fire line of sight, dumb fuck? Please explain to me where artillery ever fires line of sight.
It's going to be off. It's totally going to be off. So you need to reconsider your plans and take a different approach. Because if this sun hangs out in the Antarctica for 24 hours, the Earth is going to turn into a ball then.
No, like I said, the Earth is already a ball. The 24-hour sun just confirms it, proves it. You're not too smart, are you?
The Earth is now a ball, and you need to perform your functions accordingly. Really, Professor Dave? Really, false prophet Dave? That's what's going to happen? Dude, listen. You want to talk that shit? Please, back it up. Back it up.
Yeah, they did back it up. TFE backed it up. They proved you wrong. So, why don't you back up your claims, bitch?
Back it up. I will do what I need to do to get the people that should be there. I'll do my...
Or, shout out to Jesse. We've already proven it to you, bitch.
best to get those guys. And I don't see them turning you down. I don't see them turning you down to perform this experiment.
Yeah, but you know what? We saw every one of you motherfuckers chicken out on TFE, except for Jaron and Whitsitt. Saw every one of you little cowardly lying bitches chicken out. Why? You said, oh, experiments are so important, right? Experiments are so important. But no, only the experiments that you like, because you know that your experiments don't prove anything. So you don't want experiments that expose truth. You want experiments that confirm your bias.
An actual experiment. A real experiment. And you don't have to spend...
Oh, okay. Okay. A real experiment. That's not an experiment. Sorry, buddy.
that much money. Maybe a plane ticket. Hell.
I think they call shining a laser over the water an experiment, but they claim that Cavendish isn't.
You want to know something? If the community wanted to, we could fund it. And you could get your friends out there, the Dave McKeegans, the McToons and all them. And we could conduct a flat laser fucking experiment on the water. The same water that you profess is curving. We can do that. We can pay for that. And we can have all eyes on that. And we can control that. Because even the...
Yes, dishonest pieces of shit can control that.
Fucking final experiment in Antarctica is a controlled experiment, but we don't have control over that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you most fucking certainly do. What do you mean you don't have control over that? You mean you can't fudge the results and confirm your bias? Is that what you're talking about when you say control? These people are fucking incorrigible.
We have control over what I'm mentioning right now. If you have a problem with it, then you got a problem with it. If you don't want to do it, you're the coward. We're not. We're not. We'll conduct an experiment.
So you didn't want to take part in TFE, but we're cowards if we don't do your biased fucking piece of shit, the laser experiment. Gotcha.
A laser test on flat water. How about it? How about it? You want to do it?
So you just exposed yourself right there. Do a laser test over flat water. But if you're doing a test, you don't know what the water is, right?
Fine. You don't.
See, an honest person, a person that's seeking the truth, would say something to the effect of, "We're doing a laser experiment over the water, not over flat water."
Well, that just goes to show the kind of guy that you are. You want to sit there flapping your bill, flapping your gums, and then you don't want to do nothing. You want to talk about D Marble, talk bad about him. You don't want to do nothing. Meanwhile, he's done stuff that you'll never be able to do. You'll never be able to see. Go play.
Yeah, living in your van makes you mobile, lets you see shit, right?
Places you'll never be able to see. Back it up. Professor Dave Farina, I'm calling you out, homie. Back it up. That's all I got. Rumble and YouTube family.
See, I just called you out, right? The tag in the title of this video calls you out. Where are you? Where are you at, bitch?
I wish y'all nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity, most of all wisdom. And with that, I love you. I'm out.
What a dumb motherfucker. Seriously. Let's see what else he's got here. But he has a fam. He's got two fams. He's got one here and he's got one on Grindr or whatever. He's got two fams. Jesus Christ. For the team in the next couple of days. Okay.
Rumble and YouTube family, what's good? What's happening? Let's talk.
Why are you wearing a robe, dude? Why aren't you fully dressed?
For a little bit. So in the next few days, we have quite a bit coming for y'all. Okay. So be ready for that. That's one. Number two, thank you for sticking by. And
see, if you aren't talking in a southern accent and you say the word y'all, you're a dick.
Understanding my plight as to why I'm doing what it is I'm doing, or understand why I proceed the way I'm proceeding with all the fallout that's occurring with those involved with the final observation, final experiment, whatever you want to call it. What I want to be mindful, or rather what I want you guys to be mindful of, is that, listen, like, I am my own person. I'm not being told what to do or how to do my business.
Dude, you're told what to do by every other flat earther. You're told what to do by your indoctrinators.
You understand? And I hope you aren't either. I just go with what I know, or what I feel I know, or what I'm coming into knowledge with.
But no proof, right? Oh, thanks, Mr. Jingles. Appreciate it.
I present this to you guys, the audience. That's all it is. I have nothing to hide. I have no agenda.
Really? No agenda? Yeah, you do. See, more lies.
Actually, I do have an agenda. My agenda is to get the
There you go. I knew you'd figure it out.
truth out.
No, you aren't seeking truth. I already talked about that.
That's it. It's simple. I think that's what it boils down to. And so I don't have any loyalty to any one person unless they're in line with the truth. I am loyal to the truth. And I want to make that
Oh my God, listen to this fucking clown.
totally clear to everybody. You understand? So if I am cool with somebody, that's because I feel that they're out there looking for the same things I'm looking for. They're out there pushing and pressing for the truth. Now, I did mention the other day when I spoke about a particular person that is involved with this final experiment, that if you are of that camp, or if you're cool with them, then that's your business. I can't tell you how to live your life or who to hang with. At the same time, just understand who you're holding camp with. You understand? Understand who you're breaking bread with. And if you're a grown man, you know these things, right? You're a grown man, you or a grown woman. You've got your own life experiences. You know how to proceed, and I would understand that you proceed with caution in your own kind of way. So it is what it is. I have no problem with that. But just know that me, I have my way of thinking and I have my way of living. But at the same time, I understand that I'm responsible to you, the viewer, as well. So just know that I'm being upfront totally all the time, and I have nothing to give you guys except for the truth as I see it. And if you rock with it, cool. If you don't, that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? We can't always agree on everything, but always know that I'm coming from a place of sincerity and truth.
No, you're not. No, you're not, man. I've already proven that you're not.
That's it. Other than that, family, I really don't have anything. But this Monday and Tuesday, oh yeah, stand by. I got something for y'all. Anyway, family, I wish y'all nothing but the best.
So that was, that's from a year ago. So,
Rumble and YouTube, what's good? What's happening? Let's talk for a little.
oh, Rumble. It's not Grinder. It's Rumble, guys. It's not Grinder.
Bit. So I'm looking at this, and
Although his last video of him doing a video in a fucking bathrobe kind of makes me think it actually is Grinder. And the amount of times they talk about dick sucking. Yeah.
what it reminds me of is just the effect that media has on a person's mind. So look right here from top left to the bottom, right? You have these logos.
Yeah, you've got a change in logo.
From Universal
Companies sometimes do that.
Studios. Apparently Universal's been around since like 1912, and then they started making the movies, and then so on and so forth. And then we know at the beginning of each of their movies, it has the, Universal Studios logo and stuff. So this is it from 1914, going from top left to bottom. Right? 1914, 1923, 27, 36, 46, 50, so on and so forth, right? The one, obviously,
Ooh, he can count.
that we're like most familiar with is the 1997 one. We see that a lot. And those of us that are kids of the 80s watching the old shows and stuff like that, we remember the one from 1963, right? And so I'm saying all that, and I'm getting to my point to say this, that look, 1946 to 1950, 1963. What happened from 50 to 63? Obviously, we had the launch, right? We had Sputnik go up and everything. We had
No, we didn't have Sputnik. Russians had Sputnik. You don't know who put Sputnik in the air in space?
I think Yuri Gagarin might have gone up in and around that time. If I'm wrong, whatever, we can look that up. That's easy to look up. But Sputnik went up before that.
Well, let me check. Hold on. Which video? Wow, which video? The what? The first one? That one? No, you're still there. You're still there. And he answered it. He replied to it. Why would I be afraid if I've already been saying to all the flat earthers that debates are useless with the globe folks? I've stated that for over a year now. You must do the work for yourself as we have. Yeah. So he's just a fucking coward. He just proved, right here, he proved he's a fucking coward. Proved he's a coward.
Before 1963. We also had the Van Allen belts and everything else. So space, quote unquote, is supposed to have been like a new novel thing. But Universal has had these.
No, space has been there forever. It's not a new thing, man. It's not a new thing.
The whole time from 1912, what they're showing is 1914, but 1914, 1912 to now. And so you had
No, it says 1914. Doesn't say 1914, 1912.
Vibes of Cosmos kind of point this out of a year or so back, right? And Nico from Vibes would not Vibes of Cosmos, excuse me, Divergent. He's almost become synonymous. Nico from Divergent talking about Vibes of Cosmos in a very positive light. So Nico would come out and say, "Well, Universal Studios showing us what the Earth."
Yeah, turned down a legit 5K.
Looks like in 1927. Of course, Universal is wrong, and don't be stupid and think that the Earth is a ball. So, he would come out and he would give his reason as to why it's silly and everything else, which is cool. I dig it, right? But I wanted to take it a step further. I wanted to show you the effect that media has on the mind. Let me show you something real quick. So for all you old heads out there that remember Looney Tunes, we all know what it is, right? But this, let me show you. Take a look.
Catch the fugitive from the dog star. Hey, what's the big idea? Give me that. Oh, yes, I will. Oh, no, you won't. This time,
Okay,
you're gonna
I'm
be
fast
nasty
forwarding
about
it a little bit.
But I'm
Check
gonna
it
tell
out.
my big brother, and he...
So you're showing a cartoon? Do you think this is real? Do you think there's green dogs? Oh my God. He's using a cartoon to prove something. What a fucking clown.
He'll fix you up, boy.
Oh my God.
I guess I shot him. I guess he won't try to get away with anything with me again. I guess I... Hey!
Here it is. Take a look.
Okay, that's a cartoon, dipshit. It's a fucking cartoon.
Even in the cartoons. But just take a look at this also.
Yes, because this is fucking reality, man. A spherical Earth is reality. Even in a cartoon, they put it as reality. They'd include that. Why are you showing a cartoon to prove any kind of a point?
Look at that. First appearance, 1948, right? A Haredevil. Many of us might remember this episode of Looney Tunes. I don't know. I don't, but I do remember Marvin the Martian. Let's continue. Here's another one. Right here is
Well, I'm not going to get my channel struck because this guy wants to show fucking cartoons to establish a point. God damn. What a fucking dipshit.
Rumble YouTube family. What's good? What's happening? Let's chit chat for a little bit. So
And this dipshit doesn't know how to turn his fucking phone sideways.
I know it's 3:15 in the morning right now, but shout out to you, Pebbles, for sending something similar to this my way. So I got a video from Pebs, and then it showed somebody scrolling and displaying this book that says The Shooting of Charlie Kirk. Shows the tent, right? I don't know if this is AI made or what, but it shows like a tent.
Not interested.
Rumble and YouTube family, was good? What's happening? Let's talk for a little bit. So tomorrow on True Earth Tuesday, I'm going to have a special guest, and that's going to be Will Duffy of The Final Experiment. So if you don't know, there's going to be a lot that you're going to learn tomorrow as far as what's expected of this final experiment.
So, let's see. Special guest Will Duffy. Okay. So that's this. It's probably live. Let's go a year ago. Month. 10 months. Year ago. Wish they put dates on these things instead of just say year ago. Austin Witsit. There it is. Says it's 3 hours and 5 minutes. Won't watch the whole thing.
Fix some things. We're going to discuss some things. We're going to get down to the bottom of it. And so without further ado, let me stop popping my gums, man. Will Duffy, welcome.
Hey, so glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
You bet, man. I appreciate you being here. Thank you.
I mean, I've been on for, yeah, we'll watch a little bit of this.
Absolutely.
All right. So, Will, I saw you in a live stream the other day, and I don't necessarily agree with how you with what you believe in. That's fine, right? However, I'm not necessarily going to sit here and of course I'm freezing. Am I freezing? Oh, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to disrespect you. That's not what we're here for tonight. We're going to discuss these things. We're going to get down to the bottom of what needs to get down to the bottom of, right? I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to put this out there.
I'm going to be real with you.
In the open, all right? I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to be honest with you. If anything, this part of the flat earth, true earth community, we don't lie, we don't cut corners with people, and we keep it real.
Yeah, you do lie, man. That's all flat earthers do. Holy shit, we don't lie to people. Yeah, and arsonists don't set shit on fire. God damn it. Just saying that you don't lie to people is a fucking lie.
And we keep things open. We don't think that you of the globe community.
And Will's laughing his ass off. He's like, yeah, this guy's telling the truth.
Do that. We don't think that you guys play fair. But at the end of the day, as I've mentioned before, it's not about playing fair. It's about who's the bigger fish and who's going to eat who. So it seems as
now, see, at the end of the day, it's about evidence, motherfucker. It's about evidence and truth. You got neither.
If the globe people have more numbers,
we got it comes down to who's the bigger fish. See, that's a appeal to populace. Who's got the more people? So the group with more people tells the truth. Really? 99.9% of the population aren't flat earthers. So you fucking lose, pal.
And so they try to eat us, but nothing beats the truth at the end of the day. And you are apparently, I didn't include this, but apparently you're a pastor. I've just learned about this. So Pastor Will, again, welcome. So yeah, we're going to test you, man. We're going to ask you some hard and heavy. I'm serious. We're going to ask you some serious questions. And so we're not doing any.
No, he won't. No, he won't. They don't have any serious questions.
Anything to disrespect you, but we are here, and this is a fact-finding mission, right? Most of us are young here, right? So we have a little bit of life, and this isn't just for you. This isn't just for tonight, but this is for the future. This is for our children as well. And I'm gonna land my plane with that. Sav, Buttered, y'all got anything?
Well, I'll let you go ahead and lead out with it. I've got my own.
This guy.
Questions I'll come to when we get to that portion of it. But go ahead and lead out with the questions you've got initially.
Okay.
And
all right.
Likewise.
You know,
Likewise.
in what regards, whether it's biblical cosmology, whether it's the actual trip itself, where do you want to start with?
All right, you got it. All right, family. Guys, if you have any questions, okay? If you have any questions, it's going to be $2 a question. It's like, let me stop. It ain't going to be no money. Y'all got any questions in the chat? Listen, make sure you could hit Shift 8, right? Excuse me. Hold on. Let me make sure that's the right button. If you hit Shift 8, it'll give you an asterisk. Just hit Shift 8 3 times and then just type in your question. Just so that if I go to the chat, I can easily identify what is a question. All right. Especially if they're like
I just measured this thing, and it's 0.2 millimeters off.
serious question, something that you want to get over to us and or to Will. I hope I made myself clear. It's going to look like this. So you guys in the chat, and then it's going to be blah, 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 and then question. Capiche? Just like that. It's going to look just like that. The asterisk. Anyway, so Will, again, I can't say enough. Welcome. I'm sure you have a pretty crazy schedule. Thank you for coming here and being here tonight to get down to the bottom of this. So let's start off first by telling us about how you got to where you are, because these guys know you as a finance man. They know you as the money guy, right? But now you found yourself within the company of the globe and the true earth. How did we get here? Talk to me.
Yeah, great question. So I have a friend. Her name is Wendy, and many of you have probably interacted with her, would be my guess. And she posted on Facebook in late 2021 about flat Earth. And at the time, I thought flat Earth was a joke. I didn't think anybody took that seriously. I thought the Flat Earth Society was just like a mock organization, which is probably true. But she wasn't joking. She was serious. And she had comments from other flat earthers that were serious. And I was like, wait, what is going on here? So I just started interacting with her and found out she was a flat earther. And most people at that moment are going to just either unfriend her or just ignore her or whatever. But that's not who I am.
Right.
I've got to know, A, why someone believes what they do. And then B, if I disagree with them, I like to debate and give them arguments and come up with things that they haven't heard of before. So I started interacting with her. She gave me links to YouTube videos and articles and memes and the whole 9 yards. Next thing I knew, I was in flat earth stuff every single day.
That was the first you'd heard of flat Earth, really? Or, you know, when did you first become aware that there was, you know, people out there that believed the Earth was flat? Was it 2021?
What year was it that it happened? Sorry.
I mean, this was the first you'd heard of it, really, was 2021, not before?
It was the first time where I knew someone personally that actually believed this, and then was introduced to, you know, YouTube channels and people that actually believed it. So Dave Weiss was kind of my first foray into flat earth, and I watched hours of his content.
Okay. So then would you say that, of course, I'm going to assume that you were of the globe. So then were you starting to go in the camp of the flat or true earth? Were you starting like
You were of the globe? What the fuck are you talking about?
kind of find yourself on the fence, or?
So yeah, let me give you guys a good answer to this. So Wendy refuted my arguments.
Okay.
And she knew more about the globe than I did. And this is probably common. You guys have probably experienced this. You have somebody who's a glober, they come to you and they quickly learn you know more about their model than they do, because we just really aren't educated on this. And so that's...
Say what? Speak for yourself, fucker.
That's really where I had to stop and think and say, okay, I really need to research this. I'm talking about things that I don't understand. And then there was a pivotal moment for me, and I have no idea who this was. It was a random person online, probably on Facebook. And he said that there was a a picture on NASA's website of the Earth from space with duplicated clouds. And I learned early on that you can't trust memes. So I would research memes and find them to be wrong often. But he said it was on NASA's website and he gave a link. So I clicked the link. It was NASA's real website. It wasn't a fake website. And there was literally duplicated clouds on this image that I could see with my own eyes.
Right. You know why that was? Well, you know why there was duplicated clouds?
That is the moment I first thought, okay, there's something here. I don't know what it is, but there's something here that doesn't make sense. And so I gave an honest look to Flat Earth. I was open to it.
Surprisingly.
So let me demonstrate. Oh, there it is. So let's say you have a scene, right? And you're taking photographs of a scene using a panorama. You're creating a panorama, right? You can do it with people. You can do it with buildings, cars, whatever. Doesn't have to be space. Doesn't have to be the Earth. And so what happens is what the fuck? Oh, it won't let me just draw a box. Regular polygon? Or? No, that won't work. Okay, hold on. Let me turn on the major and minor grid lines. So let's, oops. Do major and minor. So we've got that won't work. How am I going to do this? I just do it. So you've got a scan, right? Here's your first scan. Here's another scan, right? Because you want them to be overlapping. Here's another scan. Right? So you got these scans and then the overlap. So you've got the full panoramic. Now you've got a cloud, right? Here's a cloud. And it's moving left to right. So you take this scan. By the time you're finished with that scan, by the time it gets down to here, and you get done with all, it does this scan. And the clouds move over. And then it scans again. And then the clouds move over. And it scans again. That's why you have multiple clouds, dipshit. I'm sure if you look at those pictures and you zoom in on those triple clouds or double clouds, you'll see that they're different. They aren't exactly the same because clouds change slightly. That's why you see duplicates.
But after spending the time
and that's been explained to them,
I did doing my research,
I mean, you can do the same thing, man. You can do the same thing. You can scan an image, you can scan a scene, take strips and put them together, and then have a person walk, right? Have a person walk right to left or left to right, whichever direction you're moving. And they're going to be at different places, right? An old panoramic camera, you take it and it would move left to right, and the film would move across. As it moves, it has a slit. So you move, and then it captures this. Well, what happens if the slit moves over, and the guy walks by the camera and steps over here? Well, the camera's going to go and it's going to catch him again. Does that guy have a twin?
Came out still on the globe side.
I mean, they could do it like multiple times. You can put yourself in 30 times into a panoramic. Do you have 30 brothers that look exactly like you?
Okay. Okay. Listen. Okay. So then, wow. You still came out on the globe side. Even after learning of all this stuff, you're still of the globe. And listen, I'm not trying to make you switch over. That's not
Yes, because he researched it. He had questions and he researched it. Honestly. Something you never do.
my job. I'm just trying to clear things up.
What was the top thing?
Yeah, I guess yeah, Cygnus, you are right. Yeah. Guess you'd be right. There's a lot of intricacies that are revealed in these communities where, yeah, we wouldn't necessarily study that in high school.
Thing that convinced you of Earth being a globe in space? What was the top thing for you? I mean, because we've discussed this before. If nobody had ever told you that you lived on a spinning globe.
This is his favorite argument. This is his favorite point.
Your rationality and your thought process would never even go in the direction of thinking such a thing based on any observations or any experiences that you have. So we do know that this is something that has to be told to us. What was it that was so evident that would make you believe?
So you were taught through school that the Earth was a globe, and you admit yourself that you believed it. So what would make you think the Earth is flat? Someone fucking told you, didn't they? And then he went out and looked at the water, and he said, yep, that shit's flat. And then he watched a whole bunch of videos, right? You wouldn't know that the Earth is flat if someone hadn't fucking told you, right? You would have never even fucking considered it, right? You fucking clown.
Believe that the Earth was a globe and not as we experience it, motionless and level.
Yeah, so the big thing for me, and I've said this in the past, was the Himawari, the Japanese weather satellite.
The Japanese weather satellite. So somebody told...
Right, there's two of them, Himawari 8 and Himawari 9. I believe they used 8 normally. 9, I think, is a backup, or maybe they alternate between them.
Told you that they had a thing way out in space that gives you weather patterns.
It's the Japanese. I'm sorry to interrupt. It's that Japanese weather satellite, correct?
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So that right there was the convincing thing, knowing full well that it is easy for someone to take Doppler radar data, convert it through a computer into weather patterns that they're reflecting, and then paste that over an image.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do that, but it's not real easy to do that with information that's not known, right? Doppler radar isn't going to pick up a wildfire in certain places, right?
So,
hey, Lockport.
There's a lot easier ways to do that than sending some little magic garbage can out into space. That's pretty flimsy.
How the fuck old? How old are you, asshole? Magic garbage can. You talk like a 5-year-old, man.
As far as a convincing thing. I mean,
you talk like a 5-year-old, a racist piece of shit 5-year-old.
Convincing to me would be something that's actually convincing. All the time, what I find with people with the globe is they say, okay, well, let's find out if the Earth is a globe or not. And they say, okay, let's look at the sky. Well, okay, why are we looking at the sky again? What is this?
Because the sky is part of our system, dipshit. Because the sky is part of our system. And shit can't happen in the sky on flat Earth like it does in reality.
Sky going to tell you about the condition of where you stand? Nothing.
Why does Japanese release dozens of weather balloons daily? Because they want to know what the fucking weather is, you dumb shit.
Good question, and that's a this is like a staple in the True Earth community's bank of questions. How does what's in the sky determine what's under our feet? You understand? And like I said, Will, I just want you to think of these things. And I'm serious. I'm not here to mess with you, attack you, or anything like that. We have a lot of questions, and rightfully.
Yeah, you are. You're there to attack him. That's why you brought 2 of your fucking goons with you. You're most certainly there to attack him. You're doing it in a passive aggressive way, but you're still attacking him.
So you're going here possibly to some other continent, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, if cars can drive, why do they need trucks, right?
Oh, he froze up
Did
on us
I
again.
froze up again? Oh Lord, have mercy. I got that dial up.
It's the penguins,
Yeah,
man.
live
The penguins are messing
I got dial up.
with the stream. I'm telling you right now. See?
So,
all right, come on.
Oh, I thought this was funny. This is from The Onion today.
An alarming new educational survey has found that over 70% of Americans lack the basic geographic literacy to find where they are being deported to on a map. Researchers found that of the thousands of participants surveyed, the vast majority could not locate the country, region, or continent where their future deportation plane would land.
Millennials in particular stumbled, with many believing that their destinations were in Cuba or Mexico, when actually they were thousands of miles away in South America and even Africa.
Educators are now calling for strong reform and attempting to incentivize Americans to learn basic geography as part of a program called Deport Ignorance.
Eritrea. Eswatini. Good. By the time they're 5 or 6 years old, Americans really should know where they're being deported to.
Walden's research team hopes that through their work, more Americans will also be able to identify the location of the unmarked mass graves that they will all soon be thrown into. Coming up next, we have a live look at the candlelight vigil being held for the victims who caught fire at last night's candlelight vigil.
Man, I love the Onion. Holy shit.
Are we here? Yeah. So lives are on the line potentially. So and you have a group of people that believe that you guys are gonna, right? You have a group of people that believe that there's potentially a false
danger, Will Robinson,
sun out there. And we have our evidence to back these things up. Not saying
Wait, what? Couldn't hear. I couldn't tell what he's saying over the robot.
See?
So,
all right, come on.
Are we here? Yeah. So lives are on the line potentially. So, and you have a group of people that
lives are on the line. What the fuck are you talking about?
Believe that you guys are gonna, right? You have a group of people that believe that there's potentially a false sun out there, and we have our evidence to back these things up. Not
that there's a false sun. You have evidence that there's a false sun?
Not saying that this is what's going to happen, but we've been so many lies. Who's to say that you're not in the camp of the liars? I don't care if you've got pastor and
see, there's that passive aggressive thing. You aren't outright calling him a liar. You're just insinuating he is, right? That he is. Because you've been lied to so many times. No, buddy. You think you've been lied to because you've been indoctrinated into a cult thinking that they're being lied to. When, in fact, your cult is the one that's doing the lying.
In front of your name. I don't care if you had president or king or sir or ma'am or lady, right? But
no kings.
We've seen far too many times where we get fooled, we get tricked, and so on and so forth. And how do we know that you're not going to be one of those people lying and tricking? And I'm gonna follow that up, but go ahead, please.
Yeah, so you mentioned at the very beginning that you don't think a lot of the people on the globe side are fair. And so this is one here. Huh?
Or honest for that matter.
Okay, fair enough. This is one of the areas where I think myself and the final experiment shines, is I created this to be as fair and honest as possible. And if I was trying to hide something or lie about something, I would not invite flat earthers and offer to pay for them.
Check out his chat, man. Look at just toxic.
Why would you
Just, and hilarious.
hide it?
What do you mean?
Did you not hide it?
I hid it temporarily, just like a surprise party, but the goal the entire time was to make it known to as many people as possible.
Okay.
Well, here's where I've got kind of a dilemma with this. Okay, one, I find it highly.
Why is this guy so shiny? He's just shiny. It's like someone. It's like he's been freshly shellacked.
Strange that all of a sudden 2024 is the year that everybody's deciding that this is going to be the deciding factor. Okay, this.
Yeah. If it didn't happen this year, it happened happen next year, or the year after that, or it could have happened 3 years ago. Why do you think it's suspicious that all of a sudden they're going to do this? And if you decide to go to the movies, is that unusual? It's like if you decided to go to the movie tonight, why didn't you go to the movie last night or the night before? What a fucking clown.
This right here is.
See, they try and find dishonesty everywhere, but they can't find it. And that's why they're frustrated. That's why they're angry. You know, when the old phrase, when your only tool is a hammer, every problem is a nail. Well, I changed it a little bit. When you're as dumb as a hammer, everything is a nail.
Is going to decide it once and for all. For some reason, an observation of the sky is going to suddenly make water convex.
No, again, it won't all of a sudden make water convex. It's already convex, dipshit. The Earth has been a sphere for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Okay? The final experiment didn't change the Earth at all. It just eliminated the possibility of a flat one.
And it's suddenly going to make a gas pressure system without containment possible.
But it's not important, right? That's why you guys had so many videos about something that's not important.
No, I don't see that. Why all of a sudden in 2024 are all these people of notoriety also deciding that they're going to go? An astronaut who's already been to space, right? An astronaut who's already been to space. An actor who played an astronaut who's supposedly already been to space.
Thank you.
Right?
Okay. What's your point?
And Neil deGrasse Tyson, just to name a couple of these other people that are talking about this. All of a sudden in 2024, when we've already had established bases in Antarctica since the very early part of the 20th century, don't.
Well, we showed you 24-hour suns in Antarctica if you wouldn't believe it. You said it was fake. That's why they did it, dipshit. Because you wouldn't accept any other evidence. So he planned an experiment to include people like you, dumb motherfuckers, so that there wouldn't be any hanky-panky. But, of course, you saw hanky-panky where there wasn't, right? You're fucking idiots.
Don't you think that if this were something that by now there would be empirical evidence and proof of it, and
there is, dumb fuck. What are you talking about? There most fucking certainly is. You know what there is no empirical evidence for? Flat Earth.
There would be no discussion. There would be no controversy whatsoever. Okay? So I'm just saying, is it going to really dispel any controversy? I don't believe that it will, because what's to say that anybody's...
No, because you can't prove to a fool that he's a fool. You can't do it. They don't want to accept it. See, you're not looking for truth. If you were, you would have accepted TFE. You would have accepted measurements.
He's going to believe anything anybody says that comes back from this.
Well, that's going to be your choice.
Yeah.
But
exactly, it's on you, pal. It's not his problem. Your lack of education and paranoia has nothing to do with Will. You were offered to go too, motherfucker.
The reason we're going to have multiple people there is to hold each other accountable. We're going to be taking videos. We're going to be taking pictures. And once we bring back
don't talk about accountability with a fucking piece of shit sovereign citizen. They don't like that word.
all of this evidence, whatever the evidence shows, if somebody decides they want to disregard it, it's going to look pretty bad, I think.
Well, why hasn't anybody done this over the last 100 years of?
They have, dumb fuck. Here. Five-day Antarctica time lapse. Here's that one. Here's one. Midnight sun in the Antarctic. Or that's Arctic. Here we go. 5-day time lapse. When I'm a-walking, I strut my stuff, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might. This is 7 years ago, motherfucker. 7 years ago. So, you can shut the fuck up.
Having people in it.
Why hasn't anybody ever done anything to prove the globe? Why is science sat on their asses up until 2017? Why haven't they done anything? Woe is me.
Antarctica.
Done what?
Recorded this 24-hour sun and given us actual footage. Look, nobody fakes a 24-hour sun time lapse in the north.
There you go.
Nobody fakes that.
Right.
Right?
And
Nobody.
everybody has.
Right. No one's faking in the South either, dipshit.
But wait a second. We do have fake ones that have been admittedly shown to be fake.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't been admittedly shown to be fake. You think they are. See, when you say admitted to be fake, admittedly fake, the people, in order for that to be true, the people who did it would have to admit it. See, just because flat earthers have admitted that it's fake doesn't make it fake, motherfucker.
From the South. Now, my statement is this, just like with the spacecraft, right? If you have to, if something's real, you should never have to fake it at all. Okay?
They don't. They don't fake it, motherfucker. They don't. You think it's fake because you're stupid. Because you're an ignorant white trash piece of shit.
That's the reality of that one right there. And the thing is I can't see that, given the amount of people that have been there and an established company that's been there who could have easily have done this over the course of years that they've been there in Antarctica, right? They could have easily have done this. Give an actual 24-hour video.
Yeah, here's a 5-day. Here's a 5-day. 5 days. See how many times that this thing appears? See, it's 5 days, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Shut the fuck up.
Time lapse of the sun, all that shit, right? And if there's people out there that still don't believe it, well, then to hell with them. Who cares? Who cares? We have empirical proof. And as you stated in a comment to me, you said, well, what if I could show you video of a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Well, if you already have a video of 24-hour sun in Antarctica and it's good enough for you, why would you give a crap about it in the first place? Especially at the tune of this expense. That's what really, I'm sorry, I'm from outside Detroit. And when somebody comes along and says, hey.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
Free.
He lives in Michigan. That's the problem.
Free goodies, no strings attached. I'm like, what's behind this? What's behind this?
My whole family's from Detroit, by the way.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Now, I grew up in Pontiac. You ever heard of it?
Absolutely. My family's from West Bloomfield Township.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Right down the road.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Right
Hey
on.
man, I dig the family reunion, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. But
Hey, so we're both
we
in
still
the
got questions
810.
for you, man.
Hey, we both from the 810. So
all right. So check this out, man. So now this is the thing. At the end of the day, you are a financier. And this is what we see. You as a financier. We don't hear you.
So are they going to bring up? Never mind.
We don't hear people like Fight the Flat Earth. We don't hear McToon. We don't hear McKeegan, and we don't hear Simon Dan or Dave, fake, prostitute Dave. Right? We don't hear these dudes talking about anything about the vax. We don't hear y'all talking about how the government is corrupt. All of these things which are facts. We don't hear you talking about these pedophiles out there, right? All of these things which are
Why would they talk about that? Why?
actual facts. But you guys want to harp on the globe, and you guys want to spend and dedicate so much time to the globe and invest so much time on the globe and the flat earth in this contest that
Yes, because there's too many dumb motherfuckers like you that believe it. And honest people don't like lies.
it's almost as if you guys have blinders. But then I take a step back and then I'm looking at it and I feel as if your endeavor is full of nothing but deceit. And then you couple that with the fact that you're a financier.
What deceit are you referring to?
What deceit? Well, you're paying for this trip. You're financing this trip.
That's deceit? That's deceit? So he doesn't know what deceit means.
And so I didn't say that you have deceived anybody. I'm not saying.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And that.
Did you hit it to promote it? That's the seed.
And he what? He admitted to promote it? What?
And so I didn't say that you have deceived anybody. I'm not saying that.
Did you hit it to promote it?
He admitted to promote it. So? Why is that deceit? Because you don't like it?
That's the seed.
And is there anything wrong with that?
Yes, because why would you not be true if you're a Christian? I mean, that is.
Don't pull that shit with me. I'm sorry.
Yeshua himself, Jesus
Sorry,
himself said, nothing is hidden from you. Nothing, right? Did he hide anything from the Pharisees, from anybody? If he did,
what the fuck is he talking about? Why is he bringing Jesus into this discussion? Well, because he's a dumb fuck. That's why.
Would there have been something wrong? Yes or no?
Yes, Jesus hid things.
What?
You're making
parables.
No.
You don't know because they're hidden.
I believe. Well, hold on. If you're going to challenge me on this, I'm gonna push back. I believe it.
Let's see if this guy has a fucking channel. I don't know. Don't know his logo, so.
I believe it's John 7. Jesus' brothers asked him to go somewhere with him, and he said, "No, it's not my time." And then he went in secret. So this argument's not going to work.
No, he left in secret because he was trying to get away from those that were prosecuting and perpetrating the deceit. Yes. Right.
Okay. All right. Now that's Jesus.
Hold on. Sorry.
Why would you bring Jesus into this fucking discussion?
Sorry. I got to push back.
Okay. All right.
John 7:8. Jesus says, "You go up to this feast. I am not going up to this feast, for my time has not yet fully come." When he said these things to them, he remained in Galilee. But when his brothers had gone up, then he also went to the feast, not openly, but as it were in secret. There you
I know God's been deceitful. No, God's been deceitful. There's a story in the Bible about a family or a woman or a man or whatever has been told that God will visit them. And first, like a bum showed up and he kicked him off his front porch. He said, "Now get away from here. I'm waiting for God." And somebody else shows up. He said, "Nah, get away from her. I'm waiting for God." And then God shows up and says, "What the fuck did you do? I appeared as a bum and another guy, and you kicked me out." So, yeah, God's deceitful, bitch.
There you go.
Yeah, but you know why? Because they were trying to take his life at that point 3 or 4 times.
Great.
But he knew he had a mission. He had a mission to...
Okay, and that makes his deceit okay? That makes him not deceitful? That makes him not hiding stuff?
I have a
go and to do, and his mission was to die on the cross. He was not appointed to die at that time. So why would you ever say that?
Then his life wouldn't have been in jeopardy at the time, right?
He did something that you said he did not do.
Wow. Okay, well, we'll leave that one for the panel.
And you're making something out of nothing. The fact that I made this into
All right, Luke
is
8,
nothing.
17, Jesus himself said, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither is anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad."
Great. What do you want? Okay, help me out here. What do you want me to say that will make you happy? You want me to say, "Oh, I regret making it a secret"? What would make you focus on the
not
real
only
issue?
that,
Hold on,
but also
hold on.
with Sean.
What would make you focus on the real
Surprise parties must be boring in this guy's house.
issue, which is the shape of the earth? Because this is called obfuscation, and this is called a distraction, and it's meaningless.
Yep.
Okay, so Will,
it's a complete
I'd like to get back
meaningless
onto the shape of
distraction.
the earth as well. I
That's
really would. Is because it's I'm still perplexed as to you're already convinced it's a globe, right?
So I apologize for that.
Ooh.
I apologize for that. So
Ooh, perplexed. That's a big word.
But I hear you. Will, I hear you as well. Like we said, what does what the sun do? Especially if it does go and it hangs out for the next 24 hours in Antarctica. Now you're claiming sunlight. Am I correct? Not daylight. Or both? One or
They're both the same fucking thing, man. Daylight and sunlight come from the same source. Jesus fucking Christ. But no, he's actually talking about the 24-hour sun being above the horizon for 24 hours, which happened.
both. Which one?
Because
we have to understand your terms.
The sun must be visible in the sky for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then
and it was.
How would that then confirm that where we live is a globe? Because here's the thing.
Because that's impossible to happen on a flat earth, motherfucker. It's impossible to see a sun behind you when you're looking south on a flat earth. Physically fucking impossible. If the earth was flat, it would be physically fucking impossible for that to happen.
This motherfucker don't move and it don't fucking curve. I don't give a damn what you say.
Prove it, motherfucker. Prove it. You haven't proven it.
I don't care how many Bibles you read or anything. It appears as if the Bible is speaking on the true earth's behalf. You understand? And you can argue that till the sun comes home, till the sun, the cows, whatever, till they all come home. Now, the thing is, we can also prove this, right? Time and time again, we can show and demonstrate, which is why people like Level Earth Observer, Soul Sovereign, right? Soul, and folks like that is important. And guys like Ben from, I'm going to give him a shout.
No, they're not important. They're meaningless pieces of shit.
Shout out real quick. Taboo Conspiracy 3. Time and time again, he's gone on the ice and he's demonstrated the laser test. These guys have done the laser test. So how can you explain the 8 inches? Everybody knows it like the back of their hand. The 8 inches per mile squared, right?
Which is a wrong formula.
Right? all this stuff, and there's no curve. This is still something that you have to explain, right?
No, we don't have to explain anything other than the fact that it's bullshit because we have measurements.
So how do you explain that, despite what the sun does? And it's still, I don't believe that it's going to be there for 24 hours personally. But
Well,
despite what the sun
here's
does,
some interesting just things to look at anyway. You know, I think, okay, well, if they go, whatever, you know, I don't think you're going to see a 24-hour.
Well, if they go, whatever, you know. Yeah.
You fucking loudmouth asshole Chong looking motherfucker.
Son, personally. But we'll see what happens. You know, the fat lady has not sung yet. But here's some anomalies that you can look at. Now, if the Earth were a globe, okay, the reciprocation of the amounts of flora and fauna.
Ooh, reciprocation. Ooh, that's a big word. That's a 4-syllable word. Oh, 5. No, it's a 5-syllable word. Holy shit, man. It's like
found at reciprocating degrees south and north should be relatively the same, as well as temperatures. But as we all know,
no, shouldn't be the same temperature. Sorry, buddy.
Antarctica seems to be much, much colder than it ever is at the north.
Yes, because Antarctica is a fucking ice continent, and the Arctic Circle is water. You ever heard of thermal mass? You ever heard of what's called a thermal mass? You know, water isn't as good a thermal mass as land or ice. You know that? So why would it be the same temperature? Of course, Sovereign Soul's the same dumb motherfucker who said shit like, well, it temperature controls atmospheric pressure, which he's trying to say that, yeah, if the pressure's lower, then it's colder. But then that wouldn't explain the fact that it's vastly different temperatures at sea level between the equator and the North Pole. See, he says stupid shit, and he doesn't realize it because he's a stupid shit.
Okay, that's kind of strange. Why would that be? Even Captain Cook on his expedition said that down there at those low parallels, they couldn't find enough vegetation to even make cooking fire with. You know, so there was really.
So? What the fuck, man? What about fucking in the desert? Can't find a lot of vegetation in the desert.
A problem. Now, when you get to the same latitudes in the north, you still have a wide variety of flora and fauna, caribou, plant life, all kinds of things. True.
Yeah, and in Chile, you see the same thing. You see flora, fauna. You know, you see those things. Even in Australia, you see those things, right? But not on Antarctica because it's fucking ice. Jesus fucking Christ. And go to Alaska, man. Not much flora and fauna up there in certain places.
Trees, but when you go to the reciprocating parallel in the south, you don't get the same thing. So I'm looking at those anomalies as well. Now, we always want to go by maps and we want to go by models. I'm here to tell you.
No, actually, we go by measurements. We've measured the Earth, dipshit. So.
Right off the bat, there are no accurate maps.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. Google Earth is an accurate map. And it's a sphere. You can see it.
Okay.
But you know which maps are not accurate? Flat Earth projections of the globe.
I disagree.
Oh, I'll tell you why. Because you cannot measure distances across the ocean.
Yeah, you can. You most fucking certainly can.
You can only calculate distances across the ocean based on.
Does your car have a measuring tape attached to it, dipshit? No, it doesn't. It's got an odometer. You know what an odometer does, right? Tells you how many miles you've gone, how many tenths of a mile you've gone. Do you think that odometer measures anything? All measurements are calculated, dipshit.
Observations of the stellar lights, okay, the stars. That's it. Now, once you go past the equator and you're in, say, a vast area that we call like the South Pacific, right? You're past the equator. You no longer have a stationary pole star to go by.
No, you've got a central location or central rotational point in the south. That's how they align their telescopes. So just not being able to see Polaris isn't a big deal.
So now it gets even more difficult because you have to go by time and movements. Okay, so what I'm getting at.
No, you don't. You really fucking don't. We've also got GPS we can use down there.
And is you have calculations based on human observations coupled together with actual statute miles that are measured on land.
Okay, what's your fucking point? Jesus Christ.
Fucking Chong motherfucker, dude. Seriously, you are dumb.
Okay. Now, if you ever just interested in
also.
But I'm just a dumb flirter. I wouldn't know anything. This is anybody out there. Go into the history of how they determined the meridians. Okay. Go into how they determined.
Yeah, they measured the Earth as 24,001 mile or 21,100 miles, and they divided that up into 360 parts. That's how they get the meridians. That's how they get longitude and latitude.
Determine the meridians, and it was as people went with globe coordinates in the old days.
Yes, I agree, Lockport.
When they went with these globe coordinates, ships got lost. They found themselves hundreds of.
No, they didn't.
Miles out of position. They were crashed into land masses because they thought they were somewhere that they were not. Because
what the fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
They did use these globe coordinates.
You're full of shit, motherfucker. You're a lying sack of garbage.
Okay. Now with modern GPS has meridian corrections automatically built into the software for in the South. So that,
say what?
With modern GPS has meridian corrections automatically built into the software for in the South.
No. GPS just puts out a signal. The satellites put out a signal. Your thing receives a signal and calculates it, figures it out. What the fuck are you talking about? He's just a lying sack of shit. And he's a racist motherfucker, too.
So this doesn't happen as often. But I'm just wondering why after over 100 years of established bases in Antarctica, that all of a sudden in 2024, this is the year that this is going to matter and it's going to shatter everything. It's suddenly going to make water be able to convex and wrap around an object and assume its shape. It's just
again, TFE. It's already a globe, dipshit. It's been a globe for millennia. So.
You fucking loudmouth asshole Chong looking motherfucker.
Suddenly going to make it possible for a ball of hydrogen to form in a void for no reason whatsoever and then become.
No, there is a reason, because there was a lot of it, and each molecule of hydrogen has gravity, dipshit. So they attract it to each other. God damn.
Plasma and all of these other scientific impossibilities are all of a sudden going to become possible now. That's ridiculous. And it's certainly not worth the amount of money you're spending, but hey, it's your money. You grifted it. You do it with it what you want, I guess.
Okay, so let's. A lot has been said.
Yes, yes.
So you're not attacking him for anything? Calling him a grifter is a personal attack.
Here's the important thing, and this is my opinion. You might disagree. If you
say you fucking lied,
don't have a map, you have nothing, and if you don't have a model, you have nothing.
Okay.
Exactly. If you don't have measurements, you've got nothing.
The final experiment will falsify either.
So he agreed with him. So he agreed that they have nothing.
Or the AE map or the globe. One of the two. One of the two will forever be gone when we're done.
Do you live on a map?
No.
No, you don't live on a map. Have you verified that?
No, dumb fuck. Oh my God. Do you live on a map? What a worthless fucking comment.
The distances and locations on the map that you are given are indeed actually correct?
Yes.
You have verified that.
Yeah.
How did you verify that?
Using GPS in my car.
Using GPS in your car. So you went to the South Pacific. Wait a second. You went to the South Pacific and physically calculated these distances yourself to verify.
What are you pointing at, dipshit? What are you pointing at? You think he's making a good point? Yeah, there you go. He's making a good point. He's fucking stupid.
Verify that they are indeed correct and match on the map that you're saying. No, I'm going to call BS on that. You did not.
I never said I verified distances.
I'm talking about verifying the map.
How did you verify that the Earth is flat, stupid? Did you go out and measure it?
The very map that we're talking about, the world map.
The map has never been wrong when I'm driving, and it says how many miles it will be to get to my destination.
Yeah, the map's never been wrong, man. Yes, the globe map has never been wrong. Well, I mean, years and like centuries ago, probably, but not now.
Statute miles. Those are statute miles. Those are measured miles. Okay, those are statute miles.
Will, it's a little bit different when you have GPS because these things are going to make.
Those are statute miles. They're measured miles. Those are statute miles. Do you think statute means measured? Think knots aren't measured?
Proper corrections at the proper times when you're traversing where it is we live. You know what I'm saying? They will make the corrections for you. And also, are you taking like routes? Like, are you taking like the interstate and stuff? Because when it comes to these GPS and or these maps, you have to think you're going to have to go on foot, right? And you're just going to have to pick a point A and a point B, and you're going to have to like walk towards that direction.
What? What the fuck are you talking about?
When you have GPS because these things are going to make the proper corrections at the proper times when you're traversing where it is we live. You know what I'm saying? They will make the corrections for you. And also, are you taking like routes? Like, are you taking like the interstate and stuff? Because when it comes to these GPS and or these maps, you have to think you're going to have to go on foot, right? And you're just going to have to pick a point A and a point B, and you're going to have to like walk towards that direction. You know?
What the fuck is... Does anybody know what the fuck he's talking about?
I'm saying instead of taking these pre-planned routes that are already like burnt into a Google Earth and ArcGIS, so on and so forth. You understand?
Yeah, they're.
What the fuck is he talking? GPS works whether you're in a fucking car or walking, asshole. It's the same fucking thing. Holy shit. So you're saying the GPS lies? That it just makes you think that you're going wherever you're going? You mean your GPS won't match your fucking odometer? Is that what you're saying, then, Vlad? That the miles listed on a GPS while you're driving won't match your fucking odometer?
There might be anomalies
Holy
and mistakes in maps,
crap.
but my point is this. If you don't have a map, you have nothing. And so if there's a 24-hour sun, the AE map is gone.
No, not necessarily.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
And if you
So
disagree...
here's a question for you. I'm going to play what if for you because
I'm already going to say the AE map is distorted due to the fact that the only coordinate system that we're allowed to use is a global coordinate system. And basically what that is they got past the equator and said, okay, screw it. It's exactly the same as it is above the equator.
No, they didn't do that. No, they didn't do that.
Okay, that's what they did, and it's not that in reality. Now, none of us are cartographers, not even you, Will, and you have not verified these distances at all across vast distances of ocean between land masses. Neither have I. Okay, so we don't live on a map. Okay, we also don't live in a model. But what is very evident is that the Earth is motionless, and it is a level topographical plane.
No, that's not evident at all, seeing as we've fucking photographed it from space and we've measured it.
Is obviously contained within a dynamic pressure system. Now, why I say it's
dynamic pressure system, drink.
It's contained. It has to be contained because you cannot have a volume of gas without containment. And
Right. We have gravity, dumb fuck.
without containment, you cannot have pressure. And without pressure, you cannot have a pressure gradient. And without a pressure gradient, you cannot have liquid water.
So those are solid. Those are solid facts. It's not like
No, those are not solid facts. No, those are not solid facts. Those are lies. See, if you can't tell the difference between facts and lies, you're fucked.
this is conjecture. You understand? So
No.
what do you think about what he just said right there, Will?
Okay, I want to know. I want to know where the confidence is coming from that the Earth is motionless.
Where the confidence?
Because he doesn't feel it. Because he's not smart enough to understand that we don't have the facilities of our body to sense constant movement. That's where it's coming from.
Einstein and every single Hawkins and every person has said that it's motionless and it cannot be
Who?
the motion of the Earth.
Who?
Hawkins and every person has said that it's motion.
Hawkins? I never said that. Oh, you mean Hawking? See, you're so fucking ignorant, you don't even know the guy's name.
Motionless and it cannot be measured. The motion of the Earth.
Hold on. If something can be measured, that usually means it exists.
Stephen Hawking never said the Earth's motion can't be measured. No scientist has ever fucking said that. None.
Einstein and Hawkins. Boom.
Okay,
Well, the bottom line is this, though, Will.
Wait, Einstein Hawkins? What? What?
That usually means it exists. So,
Einstein and Hawkins. Boom.
Okay,
Well, the bottom line is this, though, Will. The claim, the positive claim, is that the Earth is moving.
That's reality, man. You're making a claim against reality. You've got the burden of proof to back that shit up, bitch.
This goes against demonstrable reality and every bit of our senses. We don't feel any movement, especially at tremendous speeds. Okay, there's no evidence that the Earth is moving at all. In fact, the logical mind would say it is the sky that is moving. So the positive claim is that the Earth is moving, which is the antithesis of reality. Therefore, it's a positive claim and it carries the burden of proof.
Okay, great. So are you saying that the Earth is motionless because you haven't seen sufficient proof from the other side?
Yes.
Because it hasn't been measured.
We don't have any proof from the other.
Yeah, it's been measured. Bob Nodell measured it twice. 15 degrees per hour, bitch.
Side. We have none.
Since 1933, that's why Einstein had to have relativity in it.
I don't make actually claims about the Earth's motion because it's something I haven't looked into. And second of all, it's hypothetically possible that the universe is actually spinning around the globe and that the globe is not moving. So the globe model doesn't have to have a spinning Earth.
But then we have to that pesky ass.
No, Will. Sorry. Helios or geocentrism was debunked centuries ago.
This problem of the convexity of water. Okay.
Convexity
Which,
of water
is an impossibility. If one would believe that the water can adhere to the outside of an object and assume its shape, you must also be able to entertain the prospect that the water surface should also mimic the topography underneath of the ocean.
So he thinks if the Earth was a sphere, that the water would be bumpy, like the bottom of the ocean.
Which it does.
But he said it with a bunch of big words, so I guess it makes him smart.
It's not.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
So here's my question. I brought this up with other people, and I'm being serious. I'm not mocking. I'm not joking. How do you know that the water is flat?
Oh God, Lee.
Yeah, Einstein said that strictly about what the Michelson-Morley. That's all he was talking about.
Will,
how do we know that the water is level? I'll tell you one way is I've used a water level. Okay? Water never does lie. Well, water, I'm going to make a statement that's kind of...
Yeah, water level shows you the equipotential of water. That's all it does, man. It doesn't level anything. A water level doesn't show level. It shows an equipotential of water at each end of it.
Confusing. Water does lie, but when it does lie, it lies level. Okay? Because it can distort our vision. It distorts our vision, and so it gives us a little bit of a lie in that respect, but it always does lie level. There's been no measured convexity of water at all.
Okay, so hold on a second. I really am serious about this. Like, if you guys wanted to show me level water, how would you show it to me?
Just
put it in a container and put water in it and look at it.
Okay, so water in a container is not flat.
No.
There's something called
flat, I said level.
Well, that is one of the problems because the globe model says that it's level as well.
It's horizontal.
Will.
Horizon.
Wait.
Topographical level plane.
Hold on. If we look up.
No. Show me in any science book where it says that. Any fucking surveying manual where it says that.
The definition of level, it matches the globe model as well as the
horizontal.
Go ahead.
Horizontal. You have one instance, but every single other instance on there says that it can't be higher or lower. It has to be horizontal.
No, that doesn't. No, higher or lower in respect to the center of the Earth. Stupid.
Horizontal.
Will, we're talking. All right, we're not.
I know where you're going with Merriam-Webster.
No, I wanted to bring it up. I'm going to show him the word magic. I'm going to show him.
Yeah, but here's a real quick, Will, just real quick for you. So what if you go down, and since globe doesn't
see, people that don't understand words call it magic. Ignorant people call science word magic. What a fucking dipshit.
This to the flat Earth all the time, and we can see the Canigou Mountains from 260 miles or roughly away.
Yeah, how high are you up? How high are you on the mountain that you're looking at the Canigou Mountains from? Like 1,000 feet?
Okay. Now we can see this, and they say it's refraction. Now, what if we use the same argument when you come back, and we say, oh, it's because of refraction that we can see the sun all the way around? It's refraction because technically in your refraction argument, you can see an object all the way back to the back of your head. Do you understand that?
No.
Oh, okay, well, look that up. That'll be a eye-opener.
Yes, theoretically, if you had enough refraction and you could see, there was absolutely no fucking particulate in the air, you would see the back of your head. But that's theoretical.
Opening experience, because what if we ended up using the same?
See, we should never bring up theoreticals with these idiots because they'll think that we're telling them fact. When it's just a theoretical, it's a thought experiment. But these motherfuckers think we're telling them the truth, telling them facts that happen actually in life.
Same refraction argument that is like we are so angry and upset about because we're like, oh my God, here we go with that refraction again. So we have to keep arguing that it's refraction. You guys don't understand math and you don't understand. I can make refraction based off of whatever numbers I want. You could look at the back.
No, you can't make up refraction based on whatever numbers you want. That's not how it works, man.
Your head from looking for it.
Does refraction exist?
Absolutely. See, this guy, I knew a guy like this with the same kind of skin, just shiny. You know why my buddy's skin was shiny too? You know why it was shiny? Because he constantly scrubbed his head because he said he wasn't clean enough for God. That's why he was shiny. I wonder why this guy is.
Yes, refraction exists because when you put an object in the water,
it's
right, and you look at it, does it not bend? But it always bends down, not up, down.
My puppy, I got a
What? Water bends down? Wow.
Kiddie pool out in my yard because it's been hot for my dogs. And my little German Shepherd, I threw her ball into the pool, and she was trying to get it, and she couldn't understand because she could see it, and she'd poke her nose down at it, but she'd miss it every time. And she finally got on to understanding that if she got ahead of it, then she could get it. But there was a case of the refraction area. Yeah, so refraction is definitely real. However, it's not going to lift things up hundreds of miles. It's not going to lift images up hundreds of miles.
Hold on a second.
Hundreds of miles? What the fuck are you talking about? Hundreds of miles. Jesus fucking Christ. They just make shit up, don't they?
Are there examples of people on the globe side saying that refraction lifts things up hundreds of miles?
Yeah.
Have you not listened to me?
No. There's no example of that, ever. No glober has ever said that refraction lifts things up hundreds of miles. Nobody.
He says it all the time.
He says hundreds of miles?
Yes.
When there's actually hundreds of miles of curvature should be in between you and the object. Yeah.
No. Hundreds of miles of curvature doesn't mean lifting up 100 miles. That means the distance between us and it. God damn, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's what's missing. But the thing is that the water will be level. It always will be level.
Well, okay, so here's the problem. Okay,
yes, level isn't flat, dumb fuck. Yes, level is not flat.
Let me tell you guys something. Like, I wish people would understand one thing about what I'm doing,
Yeah,
which is this. I found something in my 2 years of listening to everybody. I found something where both sides said we agree on something, which is if there's a 24-hour sun, it's a globe. If there's not, it's not a globe.
Well, you're assuming that we agree with that. I don't agree with that.
No, hold on.
I don't agree with that. I don't think Ironworks agrees with it either. You're assuming based on what some flat earthers say.
All flat earthers. All of them, except for two guys, these two. All of them. Nathan Oakley, Quantum Eraser, 10th Man, all of them. Can't think of names right now, but all of them.
That all of us are in that camp. We're not.
Okay, here's the challenge. I give this to everybody. Nobody has succeeded yet. Okay. Show me one of your YouTube videos prior to 2024 where you state that a 24-hour sun could work in Antarctica. I'm still waiting. No one's been able to give me one example.
Refraction.
No, I'm talking. What about there's been a lot of refraction. Listen, hold on a minute. A 24-hour daylight could be possible for a short period of time, but it's daylight. Daylight and sunlight are not the same thing.
Right.
They're not.
Yes,
right?
and so that's the thing is we need to get the vocabulary, or I'm sorry, Saab, but we need to get the wording right because this is the part where it is. We don't trust you. We don't fucking trust you. We do not trust you, and we don't trust this thing that's starting to happen, right? And before you know it, we're going to be at the experiment, or we're going to be at the observation, whatever you want to call it, right? And so that's what it is. Like not all of us agree, and then now we see you paying for this, and we're trying to explain to you. We can show you over and over again that all these things are the truth. They're not. It's not up for conjecture. Yes, water lies flat. Go to FE Core. Go to whoever has done the experiment time and time again, based off of the model, because this is a globe, correct? And if the globe is supposed to be 25
FE Core, okay,
1,000 miles, right, in circumference, that is a concrete number. And based off of that concrete number, it has a rate of curvature. And if you're going off of that rate of curvature, there must be some curve somewhere.
Okay.
We ain't found it.
Okay.
You understand?
Well, you're not interested in truth, so you haven't looked.
What I'm saying? And so really it comes to the basics. It comes back to the basics that it's not curving, it's not turning. So what's the deal? Like, we don't trust it. And I've named everything else as so many other reasons as to why we don't trust it. And like I said, you couple it with the fact all this money. And we just
let him answer. Hold on.
Came out too big, too big, too fast.
Yes. And it's like
too big, too fast, out of nowhere. And all of a sudden it's like, hi, I'm Smiling Bob, the pastor, and I'm going to just pay for some other people to go down to Antarctica because I don't have anything else better to do with my money to do something where people have been for 125 years. I mean, I'm just like, wait a minute. I'm always suspicious when somebody comes out too big, too quick. And then to find out that, oh, yeah, I cooked this up with McToon. And I'm like, oh, my God, really?
That's false.
For real?
That's false.
Well, wasn't your story before that you ran into MC Toon at the debate down in Nashville?
Nope.
And then, no.
So where does MC Toon come into all of this? Like, explain that to us, please.
Yes. So he came into this because I emailed him a couple days before I was going to be on Jeranism talking to Austin Whitsitt.
Okay.
And by the way, he's published our original emails so that people can see. That's the first time we ever communicated. And his response to me was, have you ever even debated flat Earth before? And I said, no.
Is this before you came out with this idea for the experiment or after?
Way after. This is this year. I came up with the final experiment last year, and I went to the debate last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has nothing to do with this.
McToon has nothing to do with this.
Zero.
Oh,
are you disappointed in associating yourself with him?
No.
Why?
Why would I be?
Bro, it stinks, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It just
straight up freaking evil.
Yeah.
Have you heard the thing?
No, he's not evil. You're evil. And Flatzoid's evil. Pure evil. MC Toon's not evil. What? Because he hurts your feelings? You fucking snowflake.
Things he says about people and their children and other things. I mean, my goodness gracious.
What does MC Toon say about children? What does MC Toon say about children? Huh?
This is actually important.
Go ahead.
I've heard people say he said things, but no one shows me him saying it.
Go to Robot Polisher.
Well, Robot.
Oh, fuck Robot Polisher. That motherfucker. That piece of fucking lying filth.
Polish. Okay, can we talk about Robot Polisher for 30 seconds?
Shoot.
Just saying, he's got the clips of it all put together, man.
So after Dean Odell debated Greg Locke, Robot Polisher put a clip up on X of Dean Odell saying, here's how we can settle the debate over the shape of the Earth. We go to Antarctica for a week, and if the sun does a circle over our head, we live on a ball. Robot Polisher put that clip on X and said, let's go to Antarctica. Let's settle the debate.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. But
does that change? Hold on, wait a second. Does that obfuscate or change the fact that he says reprehensible shit about people and their kids, and it's on video in perpetuity?
I will.
Well, show it. Prove he said it.
Look at anything you guys give me. I haven't seen it yet. And if I think it's bad, I will confront him. I have no issues doing that.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Will, this is a very crazy time. You understand what I'm saying? Within the last few months since this final observation / experiment has been a thing, there's been a lot of division. You understand what I'm saying? There's been a lot of division. And I'm not saying that you're purposefully fomenting any of it. That's not what I'm saying. So there's no punchline behind any of this, all right? But one thing that I'm noticing is you're like pining hard for Jaren from Jarenism, right? We all like his channel. We've all learned a lot from his channel. I know I have, you know what I'm saying? And apparently he has been a true / flat earther for like 10 years. Okay. But seeing how, and I'm not trying to talk bad about it, I'm just spitting out facts right now. Seeing how Jaren is saying that if we see this 24-hour sun and we don't claim this realm as a ball, and maybe I could be saying it incorrectly, but I'm just paraphrasing.
Realm, drink.
Right now, right? We see this realm as we should see this realm as a ball, but if we continue to say it doesn't matter because it doesn't mean that the earth is flat, I feel and then he calls us idiots if we're in that camp. And I'm not saying that you need to answer for him. I just feel this is disingenuous. And then you couple that with the fact that I'm seeing you that appears, all right, fine, you could be financing it.
Freezing up on
whether you're not, that's fine, right? But to see you pine for him, now we've caused a division in this regard. You understand what I'm saying? They're like, well, why the hell is Will Duffy obviously a Glober?
Do you know what pine for something means?
You know, pining for Jaren this way. And why is Jaren saying these things? So now we've got schisms going, we've got cracks.
So he doesn't know what the word pine means. Pine means longing for. When you pine for something, you long for it. Jesus fucking Christ. I love when dumb people try and use words they don't understand. It's fucking hilarious.
Right now. And so my thing is to bring you and others like you, right, that are either a part of this experiment or just have a big audience. And we feel that you guys need to come to the table and you need to hash this out. And I think it's a good thing. I've got Saab, I've got Butted over here to ask these hard questions and to ask you truthfully why it is you did what you did, because I don't think that this is clear to us as to why you're doing what you're doing. You understand? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me respond to that for a second. I retain information when I'm researching. Okay. I've had a photographic memory. I forget things that my wife asked me to do and that I did with my kids, but I remember data. Okay. When I was going through this journey inside the flat earth community, I saw people trying things. I saw they didn't work and I saw why they didn't work. And that is exactly how I created the final experiment. Okay. So for example, people would pretend to be flat earthers in order to get inside of the community.
Oh boy.
And that is despicable to me. So I could have done that. I could have pretended to be a flat earther and done the exact same experiment and said, let's go end the globe to get everybody excited, and then pull the curtain back once we see a 24-hour sun and say, gotcha, but I'm not like that. Okay.
So your mind?
No.
In retrospect, I wish I had come out as a flat earther or started pretending to be a flat earther so I could fleece these idiots, take them for everything they're worth.
I also saw people do experiments by themselves or only on one side, and when the results weren't what they were expecting, tried to hide it from the public.
Yep. Yep. Bob Nodell did that. Bob Nodell did that.
Where'd that happen?
Bob Nodell.
There you go.
Did he hide that from the public? Are you talking about the gyroscope experiment?
He tried, yes. He said on camera he didn't know he was being filmed. We can't let this get out.
I heard this. And then I heard there's an explanation as to.
And he did an experiment where he took it on top of a mountain or some shit and got some data. Didn't like the data, so he tried to hide it. Yep.
Why there is I've never tried it. I've never used that laser gyro before. I haven't. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak on it, to be honest with you. But based off of what I heard, I did hear that what he's talking about will right now. And I also did hear that we can't let this get.
And so I also saw people recommend ideas and then tell the flat earthers they have to pay for it. Like 74 gear, the pilot.
Right.
And so I said, you know what? None of this has worked. I don't like any of it. So I'm going to do this differently. I am going to pay for it. I'm going to have both sides represented, and no one has to trust me because we're going to have both sides verifying what's going on. So I've tried to be as fair as possible in this whole thing.
Let me correct you on that. You're going to have multiple people to verify it. Okay. You're again assuming two very important things that you shouldn't assume. One, you're assuming that this is going to prove that the earth is a globe. It's not.
It will. It did. It did. It was one of the things that proves it's a globe.
Second, you're assuming that we accept or don't accept whatever these multiple witnesses down there go to. As I said, although Jaron espouses flat Earth, and so does Witsit.
So you just got done saying a while ago that it would have sufficed for someone who'd been out down who was there already to do a live stream or a 24-hour video, right? You just said that. So now you're contradicting yourself.
Does not mean they represent my views on flat Earth. Although I agree with many of the things that they say, I disagree with a lot of the things that they say as well. Okay? Because as I've run it through my own discernment, I see it differently.
Your own discernment? Really? What discernment is that? Looks flat, is flat. Everything else is fake. That's your discernment. Okay? You're a fuckwad.
Okay? Now, what we want to stick to is what can be proven and what can actually be demonstrable. That's what we...
Right. Flat Earth is not demonstrable and cannot be proven. Has never been proven, but the Earth has.
We actually do. Now, I can understand, oh, let's go down there and see it. But let's face it, you're not like the first people to set foot on Mars. As I've stated several times now, for over 120 years, there's been people down in Antarctica now. Okay? And much of that time, we don't see any empirical evidence of a 24-hour sun. We have found fakes. We have found some that people are saying, well, this one is really good. You can't see that it's fake. Okay. But my problem there, again, is if you have to fake it, why? If it's real, you shouldn't have to fake it at all. And
nobody's faking anything, motherfucker. You think they are because you're a dishonest piece of shit.
So I'm wondering that after 120 years of people being in Antarctica, why this would even be an issue at all. This would already have been empirically proven. And even if it's empirically proven, and there are some people out there that still don't believe it, so what?
Okay.
It certainly isn't worth that kind of coin, I can tell you that.
Okay. Here's the deal. You guys are all missing something big, and I would put every single flat earther in this camp. You are all missing something massive, and I do believe it is an incredible opportunity that I've delivered to you on a silver platter. And it is this.
That's what's suspicious.
Hold on. Here's what it is. If the confidence is there that there is no 24-hour sun, here's what I've delivered to you guys on a silver platter. I have the globe side stating that they're going to delete their videos. They're going to delete their channel. They're not going to fight the flat earth anymore. They're going to start to defend flat earth if there's not a 24-hour sun.
We don't want
Which of us actually believe that?
We don't want them.
Okay.
Hold on. They've said it publicly. So make sure you download those videos. And then if they are lying, then we hold them accountable by playing those videos and make them look like a fool. This is a massive...
All right, so this is...
Here it is. Oof, what the fuck? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we got printed 2 of them. They'll go around. Still got to trim this one off. But yeah, they'll go around the thing and secure it to the bed or whatever. Pretty cool. And then this is the e-stop button, and it's got curvature to it. It's supposed to mount right on one of the side pieces. And I got to pee again. Hold on.
So this is what I got to understand, though. Okay, nobody does anything for free. I want to know what's in it for you. What is in it for you? Nobody puts that kind of money out without some kind of payoff. I'm sorry.
And you have a suspicious background with all of the lawsuits going on and everything.
And not just that, you're a man of money.
And
men
possible
of money
jail time.
waste their money. You're a man
Is this
of
not true or yes? Is that true?
Thing.
The jail time, is that not true? You have possible jail time?
No.
I told you it was going to be some tough questions.
It's all good. I can answer all of that stuff.
Okay.
Again, I think it's a distraction, but I'll answer it.
Okay.
But to start, what's in this for me? So this is going to be hard to explain unless someone has been in a position of wealth, because you don't understand it or feel it until you get there. Once you have money,
you don't know who I am.
I do not know who you are. Once you have money, you start to change your thinking, and you're like, wow, I could do big things. I could bring big ideas and make them come to fruition. Elon Musk is a billionaire. He doesn't need another dime, yet he still wants to create SpaceX. He's not creating SpaceX to make money.
We don't trust him either. He's another
That's fine. That's fine. But again, I'm just giving you an example of what wealthy people do. Wealthy people.
Listen, Duffy, I've worked around and been around wealthy people my entire life. West Bloomfield, dude, I got an early start, man. I worked at Orchard Lake Country Club as a caddy there. I know what rich pricks are like, dude.
Hey,
okay? They are not giving people. They are not giving people. Trust me. They are not giving people. All right. They didn't get rich by being benevolent with their money at all. Nobody does this, dude.
I didn't say that.
This is one of the reasons Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a character. Where the people need a hero, we shall provide it. That's what he's there for. Okay, he's a spectacle. I don't even believe he's actually running the whole thing. He's just the face. Okay, but the reality of it is, nobody's going to do this without a return, and it's not just some kind of gratification return. Because let's face it, man, nobody's going to do that shit. Nobody's just going to go, oh, I have all this money now, and so I'm going to spend it so that other people can go
So you're basing everyone's ethics on your own?
to Antarctica. And as it stands right now, as you've stated, if WITSET does decide to go, you're not even going to go. So you have to, again, rely on other people's information, again, and not really know yourself. So do you see why this doesn't make sense to me? Do you see why this looks, this is like a windowless van giving away free candy? I'm like, what is in it for you?
Yeah, so what's in it for me is, again, I've said this multiple times, is I'm helping humanity.
So you're not going to attack him, but you'll compare him to a pedophile. You're really a disgusting motherfucker. You know that?
And you realize truth doesn't need defense. If the Earth is really a globe, whether somebody believes it or not, is not going to change humanity in any way, shape, or form. No.
If the Earth is a globe, think of all of the wasted time being spent on conversations arguing that it's flat. That will help.
If it's not flat, why waste all the time? If it's evidently a globe, why waste all the time, effort, and money on trying to prove that it isn't flat? Why would that be? Why would we have people whose sole income is based on this whole thing? That doesn't make sense.
It is.
Okay, so he thinks the lady does protest too much.
I am not doing this to prove that the Earth is a globe. I'm doing this to prove the truth. If the Earth is flat, this will also prove.
Methinks the lady protests too much? Huh. Let's where is it? So because someone does a lot of videos or obsesses over something, they protest too much. Methinks the man doth protest too much.
Prove that, and I will become a flat earther on the spot, and that will also help humanity.
How will that prove that the Earth is not flat?
No, that the Earth is flat.
Well, how would an observation of the sky actually prove that? Unless you're actually looking at the reflection of the light in the sky on water, which you'll find gives a perfect flat reflection and not a convex reflection.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I think what Will's trying to say is that it's going to give credence to things like the Gleason's map, correct?
The Gleason's map is not a navigation map. The Gleason's map is a timepiece. Okay, it shows where the sun is at, and you know what? It doesn't show 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Right, and so
yes, it says there is no sun south of the 80th parallel. That's what it says.
What I'm saying is this: is if there is not a 24-hour sun, the globe is dead. The globe is dead, and if I can play a part in exposing that, that has value as well.
Okay.
That's
so for humanity, this is your answer. I'm not going to say full of it. That is your answer, and that's what you're sticking with. I'm going to have to respect it. We're going to have to respect it for now. I get it. We're going to have to respect it. Now, Will, there was a question that was asked in here. Are you paying for everyone to go, or are you paying for only like one side?
I mean, to coin Rick, he's pink like a baby mouse.
Either like 2 or 3 people. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, so as it stands, if Jaron and Austin go, I'm going to pay for both of them, and I'm paying for Dave McKeegan, and then myself. That's it. I'm not paying for anybody else.
Okay, so that was the question from the Void. He'd been asking all day. And okay, so guys, now our point of focus tonight is this topic, yes, and it's.
I have a quick question. So Will.
Yeah. So
a guy with money, as you mentioned, a person with money and a person with lawsuits can. I understand how both of those things work. And I understand that sometimes it's better to waste the money than to actually give it out to other people so that you don't have it. Do your lawsuits have anything to do with the fact that you're doing this?
No. And why are you calling them lawsuits?
Well, I don't know what else to call them. I mean, they're called suits with the law, right? What are they?
They're called FINRA arbitrations.
Okay, so your arbitrations with the law. Do they have anything to do with it?
No, nothing. By the way, I've gone through this in the past. Okay. This is something that financial advisors go through.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. I know a vice president, former vice president, executive vice president of Payne Weber. I discussed your cases with him. He says, no, that is not normal. Not at all. Not at all.
Okay. I will speak to him if you'd like.
You're completely full of shit.
But this is what happens in the financial advisory world. And by the way, this doesn't mean I did anything wrong either. So it's very simple.
And why do you have to settle?
That's like me saying I'm a mortgage broker and these things happen all the time, but I have no cases with any kind of mortgage people.
Because you're not making predictions as a mortgage broker.
So why did you have to settle then?
Okay, just let me talk. Okay. People in the investment world like myself, we make investment recommendations, but we don't have a crystal ball. We think they're good recommendations, and we make them. And no, I have invested in everything that I've recommended to my clients, including the investments that have gone bad. So when an investment goes bad, a client can go file what's called a FINRA arbitration claim against the broker dealer, which is not me, and the advisor, which is me, and it goes to either a mediation or an arbitration, and you either agree ahead of with a mediation how to settle it, or it goes to an arbitration and a panel awards a dollar amount to the client if they think that you did something wrong. No, the SEC is not involved, by the way. This is only FINRA. So anyway, like, it's fine if you guys want to talk about this stuff, but you really don't understand it. And
you might want to rethink that. I do understand it. I worked for a mortgage refinance company for a number of years, so I do.
Man, he's done everything, hasn't he? He's done everything. He's just a super guy.
Understand it. I don't like that type of thing. People.
Yeah, I emptied the garbage at a financial place once, so I'm an expert.
People dismiss and say, "Oh, you don't understand." No, I do understand. That's why I called it into question. Okay, this is exactly why I called my friend Dan Wilkinson and asked him about this. Okay, and like I said, you came out big, strong, and fast right off the bat. Boom. Playing it off almost like, oh, who's going to be in the final experiment? What's it going to be? What's the scorecard? Almost like an air of the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire show. But me, I'm looking at it going, wait a second, man. People don't offer out shit for free, especially for something like this. There's something else behind this, okay? And especially the story of, this just kind of coming to your attention and never having talked to somebody who actually thought the earth was flat, which isn't true, because with all the time you spent with Bob Enyart, and he was vehemently against flat earth or anything else to do with it, the moon landing was real, all this other shit. And you were, and you'd never run across any flat earthers, or, this is just a new thing to me all of a sudden. The whole thing is really sus. Your story on why has changed. I remember you initially said, I think back in December of last year, that you wanted to do this because the flat earth was turning people away from the Bible. And, the stories keeps like migrating, kind of changing and shit. And I'm kind of suspect of that too, you see? And I'm sorry, I'm not meaning any disrespect, but you kind of give off the air of a huckster, man, like a lot of preachers are. I'm sorry, a lot of preachers are just that. They're salesmen, and you're a salesman.
I'm not selling anything. I'm not asking for any money. I'm not raising money. So
that's why that's also suspicious. So what is in it for you? There's got to be some kind of a financial return. Nobody spends.
No, why does there have to be a financial return?
Close to $100,000 without some kind of a return, and it's not benevolence. I'm not buying benevolence. Come on.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. I think you should go talk to some wealthy people and say,
explain to me the answer, and I'm not buying the answer.
Hey, have you ever had a crazy idea and you were willing to spend $100,000 on it just to see it come to fruition? And most of them are going to say yes.
No, they won't. Like I said, I've been around a lot of rich people, and no, they don't do that. They're very frugal with their money. Except for when it comes to impressing each other. I've seen these rich pricks sit around and try to impress each other by ordering rounds of Cristal and shit like that. And I'm like, dude, you could have got the same result from a case of Jim Beam for a lot less, man. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, they're trying to impress one another. And that's I know what these people are like, man. I know what money is.
From what I understand, rich people don't sit around drinking bottles of Cristal. Those are people who have wealth. See, there's a difference between wealth and riches. See, people who sit around drinking bottles of Cristal are people that aren't rich but want to look rich.
I started a restaurant in Bolivia, but I still have financial return out of it,
Mm-hmm. It's great. Here's the deal, guys. I understand that it doesn't look good that flat earthers have been talking about Antarctica for over a decade, and now it's a glober that's paying for them to get there. I know that doesn't look good, but it is what it is.
I don't think it's really you paying. Because like I said, nobody comes out of pocket for themselves to do something like this, man. I'm just sorry. They just don't. They just don't.
But you're going to start receiving,
hold on. Especially if the whole thing relies, let's suppose Witz goes ahead and goes, right? Which means that you have to give up your seat. So have you really proven anything at all? No, you haven't proven anything to yourself at all, because you still have to rely on the stories of the people that come back from there, which we already have. We already have those stories. We already have.
Guess what? He went too. Huh. Guess who didn't go? Because they're a chicken shit motherfucker.
All of the shit that should be there for 125 years now. 1899, the first established base down in Antarctica. And then by 1904, they had another one, a good one, a permanent one, right? So all this time, over this period of time, and this is still a point of contention, this should already be empirically proven. Nobody disputes that there's a 24-hour sun in the north. No one ever has. So I'm just saying.
You already purchased 2 of the tickets, correct?
Say it again.
You already purchased 2 of the tickets?
No, only one.
Okay. What was the cost of it?
$31,495.
$31,000 just for the ticket. This is not including insurance and all that other stuff.
Correct.
Shit.
Where you guys go?
You're welcome.
There's a lot of people in this country right now that don't even make that a year.
That's why I'm trying to help.
That's helping. How's that feeding people? That's what I'm saying. If I was a Christian minister, if I was a pastor, and I came into some found wealth and I wanted to do good for mankind, the first thing I would do would be to start some charities, start up some soup kitchens, do some events to try to help the homeless, to try to, as Jesus would have done, right? Not go, hey, here's some random people, I'm going to pay for you to do that. I could feed. How many people could you feed with $31,000?
How many people could you feed working instead of doing 3, 4, and 5-hour YouTube videos on flat Earth? This goes
I do work. Yeah,
but stop doing 4-hour YouTube videos about flat Earth and go work and donate the money to charity.
Why?
Yeah, we work.
There you go. I'm not a Christian pastor. What are you talking about? I don't have a religion. Okay, I believe in God, but I haven't anchored myself to some theology that's made up by men.
All right,
Okay?
guys, let's not, please. We're here for a civil discourse and discussion, men.
All right.
All right. I get it. These things it's getting close. All right. It's getting close. Now, I have a question over here. This looks pretty important. What about, who's this Enyart gentleman that I'm hearing of, right? Can you tell us about this Robert Enyart?
Of course I can.
What's that about? Please expound.
He was my pastor.
Okay.
So
and is he who got you involved into the church and got you into becoming a pastor? What's up? What's up with that?
Yeah, I became the pastor because he died unexpectedly.
Okay, so you took over for him.
That's right.
Okay. So you're actively running a church.
Yes, I had no plans on being a pastor.
Okay.
How did you become ordained then?
It's very easy.
I mean, well, I know it's very easy, but I mean, it's like you have no.
You don't have to go to any school to be ordained, man. Bible says you can ordain yourself. You can self-ordain.
Real theological training or anything like that. You've not been to seminary school or anything like that of any kind of a denomination. So you just all of a sudden, hey, this guy died. Here's his torch. Okay, hang on a second. Let me log on.
Let him answer.
Yeah. Go ahead, answer, Will. Go ahead.
I do have theological training. I have not been to seminary. And
where's the theological training from?
A school that no longer exists called Derby School of Theology. It was located in Commerce City, Colorado.
It doesn't exist no more, though. Huh?
No,
correct. The founder died. So, yeah, you guys, I went to the church for a very long time, many years. And when our pastor died, his wife let me know that he had always hoped I would take over for him one day. They literally asked me to take over, and so I said yes. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
And this all happened back in 2021.
And wasn't Bob involved with a lot of pro-life, anti-abortion type shit?
Absolutely, he was. As am I.
I had heard you talk about a story where he had gone to Bill Gates' house before he was with Melinda Gates, and they had to stand there. And was Bob unaware of his Bill Gates' parents' involvement with Planned Parenthood and the eugenics program?
No idea. Bob was at Bill Gates' house when he worked for Microsoft. This is way before he was doing any of that work.
Okay. Interesting.
So, Will, here's my question for you, right? You guys have been doing awesome, by the way. Let's just make sure we keep it as professional as possible. Like I said, Will, these guys they're not playing games tonight, right? We're trying to get this all laid out and fleshed out. So, there's a question about this right here from Sea Lightning. He's asking, asked us to get on a plane fly from Ushuaia, Argentina. That's, you know where that's at. That's in South America, right? To Africa for proof of a ball. What do you feel about that? But to add on to that, Will, right? So we know you guys are supposed to be going to Antarctica. Why is it that you guys can't go to some place well beneath one of those islands like the Sandwich Island?
I've never heard of it. Why would we want to go to this island?
They got sandwiches, man.
Bill Gates was not personally involved in the historical eugenics movement, which was now discredited pseudoscience prevalent in the early 20th century. However, his philanthropic work through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has drawn criticism and become the subject of numerous conspiracy theories that falsely link his global health initiatives to modern eugenicist goals. So just because Will Gate or Bill Gates was involved in getting the COVID vaccine released. This piece of shit thinks he was involved in fucking eugenics, in racist eugenics.
Hang on, he'll be back. He keeps locking up like that. It's the Penguins. I'm telling you, they're running the whole show. That's why the rich people wear those tuxedos so they can look like a
YouTube got a hard one for me, boy. So, like I was saying, can we go? Why is it that you wouldn't conduct the experiment in a place like Ushuaia, New Zealand, Sandwich Islands, or those other places? Why does it have to be Antarctica to see this 24-hour sun?
Because there, on the globe model, there is no 24-hour sun there. You have to get below the Antarctic Circle for there to be a 24-hour sun.
Okay, all right. Now, with our
smack my monitor a couple times.
Brother,
come on, buddy.
Jesus.
You're gonna have to repeat that whole question. We didn't hear it.
Kind of off topic. I think penguins would probably be pretty tasty. Nobody ever talks about it, though.
YouTube is. I apologize for that, y'all. YouTube is working its magic on me right now. But yeah. So seeing how the flat Earth model is set up, especially on Gleason's map, right? It shows where the sun comes around in respect to those places that I named.
Damn it.
Sitting here popping my gums about it. Let me just show you guys right here what the hell it is I'm talking about. Okay. It's coming up. Give me a second, y'all. So here we go. I'm gonna share. Right here. There goes. You guys can see that, right?
Yeah. Sideways.
Right, cool. Okay. So here we go. Here goes New Zealand. Of course, it's upside down, but whatever. But you see where it's at. Okay. And then we have the Tropic of Capricorn right here, right and around here. But it's well south of that, right here. You see? So we could put a body here, or I'm just wondering, why couldn't you put a body here, right? Or any one of these places, like right here, or right here.
Because you have to be far enough south, dipshit.
80 degrees. I think he already answered. You're gonna have to be at like 80 degrees, 70 or 80 degrees south longitude. So
that's right. Yeah, you're gonna have to be well south of 67 degrees because of elevation to see whether or not there's a 24-hour sun. So we have to be in Antarctica. There is no other land that far south.
Oh shit. I'm about to reboot. Fuck. Y'all still there? Anybody?
So yeah, I'm still here. So Will, another question for you. I was you were mentioning you were seriously searching out the flat Earth model. So I gave you the thought that the globe was true and not flat Earth, especially when compared to the Bible. As I spilled water on my shirt, apologize.
Nice.
I did not. When I was doing research, I didn't look to the Bible for the shape of the Earth. I don't believe that was a goal of the Bible, was to tell us the shape of the Earth. And again, as I mentioned,
the creation story itself, but sure. Okay.
Well, the creation story itself might actually have the rotation of the Earth in it. Have you ever heard that?
No.
So it says it says there was a day. It says there was a day prior to the sun being created. And so in the globe model, that's one rotation of the Earth. I don't know how a flat Earth model can account for a day before there's a sun.
A day before there's a sun. Well,
that's where daylight. Wait a second. Then what was the Earth moving around? What was it rotating? What was it using as a reference point then?
Why does it have to be a reference point?
Well, because it's 15 degrees per hour. It gives us the 24 hour.
What the fuck are you talking about? Days are measured by the rotation of the Earth. Years are measured by the orbit around the sun. Jesus, they don't. Hey, Lisa, he didn't understand the difference between an orbit and a rotation.
Right, you gotta have something to use as a reference point.
Gravity.
No,
but I'm just I wouldn't know anything.
If there was this Earth that was created and then God started the rotation, one rotation would be a day.
Rotation around what?
The pole.
From what? But where did the day start? At what point? Where does the day start and where does it end?
It starts when the motion starts and it ends after 24 hours.
Well, why 24 hours?
You were given the sun and the stars for time accounting, anyways, but that wasn't until the fourth day.
Correct. So we have all these days in Genesis without a sun.
Yeah.
So that could be, again, this is where interpretation comes into play. That could be a rotating Earth.
What about firmament?
It could be that God has a time.
Beaten out.
No, you can't interpret the Bible not to be flat Earth. That's just unfair.
What about that?
What about what?
What is the firmament, which is hard and beaten out? What is your interpretation of that?
I believe it's the crust of the Earth.
The firmament, you think it's the crust of the Earth?
The firmament in heaven is the crust of the Earth.
So if you read through Genesis, by the way,
it says it's in heaven,
hold on.
That's the crust of the Earth?
No, it's not. So,
Wait, do you live in Sheol?
Okay, you gotta let me
Hold on,
talk.
let him explain. Go ahead, explain.
Okay.
I want to hear this.
There is an article which was written many years ago by Bob Enyart, my previous pastor, and it explains this, talking about the Hebrew word rakia. In Genesis 1, it talks about the firmament, then it changes to firmament of the heavens. And so I believe the first 4 mentions of firmament that do not have the qualifier of the heavens is referring to the crust of the earth.
The crust of the earth, Will?
Yes, that's right.
Or Will, it could have been that people 2,000 fucking years ago were dumb as fuck and they didn't understand shit, so they just made up a bunch of stories. That could be that's probably more like it, right?
Okay, that's what you want to believe. All right, sure.
It says it separated the waters above from the waters below. So we'd have the oceans above it, and then there were waters below the crust as well.
So when you read Psalms 19:1 and the firmament shows the handiwork of God, you think it's referring to
Wait, hold up.
Yes.
When he separated the when he separated the waters and the earth was without form and void. So that couldn't be the oceans at all, because they separated the waters from the waters, and the earth was without form and void, which means that there was no oceans.
Why does that mean there were no oceans?
Because it was without form and void. He had already separated the water. Picture like a bubble. Okay.
Isn't there a different
within
word?
within it was not formed. Within it was not formed and void.
A bubble is in the shape of a sphere.
So it doesn't mean what's that got to do with anything?
What's that having to do with anything? Nothing to see here. God, what a dumb fuck.
How does that make the land convex? That doesn't. Okay. That would only mean that there's a bubble around.
You asked what I believe, and I told you what I believe. And there's some.
I'm just trying to get to where that belief comes from, and it seems like some mental gymnastics. But,
well, yeah, that's why we. Yeah, go ahead, explain. Will, explain.
Again, so people have looked into the Hebrew word. They've talked about this at length, and it makes sense to me. And again, if there is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica, I will relook at my interpretation of that.
Okay, so you do read the scriptures, correct?
Of course.
So have you read Ecclesiastes 1:6? I know you got. You have?
Yeah, but I don't have it memorized. I don't even know what it says right now.
Okay. I'm gonna go to it real quick, and then I'm gonna show it to you. All right. Where's Ecclesiastes at?
Ecclesiastes?
Guys, talk amongst yourselves. Questions. There it is. 1:6. Go. All right. So here it is, right here. And Ecclesiastes 1:6, like the Bible talks about, it doesn't say the earth is flat, because it probably has said, hey, we're giving you all these hints. Maybe you guys should just know that it is flat. You understand? Why would I, the Lord, make this thing into a ball? That don't make a bit of sense. But I'm gonna stop in my gums, and then I'm gonna show you this right here.
You do know that a pear is not a circle, right?
Yes, that's right.
It's right here. You see? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. It says right there, that highlighted part, the wind goeth towards the south and turneth unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuits.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the words don't chop you up and mess you up and nothing like that. Let me get rid of the screen. So you do know what that is saying, correct? I mean, I have an old Bible right here, and I have another King James version that gives it to you plain as hell, saying they'll either say the sun or it will say the wind.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So how does this function? And then it tells you how it goes. It goes in a circular pattern, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
circuit. It goes along the south. And
yeah, circuit. Yeah, circuit. Just like that. Yeah. Yeah, circuit. A circle centered on the rotational axis of the earth.
And then it goes around the north. How does that work on a globe? If this is supposed to be a globe, you understand? Like but it's yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to know everything, but I'm wondering if you've seen that as well.
No, I haven't studied the wind either. I'm not a wind expert, but I do find it interesting that the verse before it says the sun also rises and the sun goes down and hastens to the place where it arose. Most of the flat earth models I see, the sun is not rising and going down.
Nope. The sun would have to travel in a horizontal line across the sky.
Yeah, we see that.
And you'd be able to tell what latitude you're at by what angle it is at its lowest point.
In Genesis 1:8, and it says, this is the Wycliffe version, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Genesis 1:6 says, and God said, the firmament be made in the midst of the waters, and parted the waters from the waters, and God made the firmament and parted the waters that were under the firmament and the waters that were on.
We need to make it about what's demonstrable.
Mm-hmm.
And then you talk about a firmament that no one's ever seen.
Well, do I have to? If I have a ribeye steak,
Yeah, nobody's ever seen the firmament. Prove the firmament, man. Prove your dome.
Guys,
One thing.
guys,
One thing. If I have a T-bone steak in front of me, is it necessary for me to see a cow to know that that T-bone steak came from a cow?
See, dipshit, you're trying to use a creation argument with the firmament. See, that's Kiwi's creation argument. That has nothing to do with the dome.
No, it's not. And so based on the fact that a volume of gas needs to be contained in order to be a specific volume, I don't need to show a firmament. As I stated before, I don't know what its composition is, and I don't know its shape. I only know that it
Then you're a dumb fuck if you think it's real.
has to exist based on this fundamental basic law of physics. Okay? There's no way around that. There is no way around that. You can.
So a basic fundamental law of physics is gravity. Gravity holds the air to the earth, dipshit. So you can't cherry pick fundamental forces of nature.
Scream gravity all you want, but until you've got the.
I mean, you can if you're a dishonest fuck.
Demonstrable, repeatable scientific experimentation proving, then I'm sorry, it's just conjecture.
Yeah, Cavendish. Cavendish is demonstrable. It's repeatable. Thousands of people have repeated it. You can actually buy the fucking thing on YouTube or Amazon. You fucking shithead.
Okay, so here's what I'll tell you is demonstrable and repeatable is figuring out what the sun does in Antarctica. And since I got to wrap this up here pretty soon, it's late for me. I will say this. If there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, the AE map is gone. And I do believe without a map, there will be nothing.
Well, whatever will they use for navigation? I mean, isn't the AE map, does that mean that now the United Nations will have to change their flag?
No, because the United Nations doesn't believe in flat earth, dipshit. And nobody navigates using the fucking AE map. So what did you say? What's the AE map for, Sav? Just a timepiece? So why are you saying people navigate by it? Huh? Why are you saying that pilots navigate by it if it's just a timepiece?
He's going to use an azimuthal equidistant map for any type of planning of air routes or anything like we've done for the past couple hundred years now. It's just going to shit can that, right?
It will get rid of it in the debate over flat Earth, and you guys won't be able to use it anymore.
Well, first off, we need to have a map that's not based on globe coordinates that were set by somebody else.
Exactly. Because
well, present, motherfucker. See, we've been trying to get you to present for 15 years or for 10 years. Why haven't you? You keep saying we need a map. Well, do it.
Bill, let me tell you something. I'll tell you for a fact. Being on a Navy ship, surface ship, being on a submarine, being on every aircraft that I've been on, there is no globe anywhere. Not one. Not a one. There isn't. There isn't. There isn't one on the bridge. There isn't one in control. There isn't one in the hangar. There isn't a globe to be found. But we do have charts that we follow, right? We have those. This is a fact. And these are what we follow. This is what we use. If all the electronics go down, right, then this is what we're going to use to get home if we have to use them.
Right. Charts work on a local area. Yeah, charts work on a local area.
That to get home.
Yeah, I just think in this whole debate, the flat Earth side, two of the best arguments you guys have is the AE map, because for what we've seen, it works. The first time we'll see it really doesn't work is if there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and you guys have this argument that Antarctica is an ice wall holding the water in, because on a flat Earth, it needs something to hold the water in.
No, the two best things that we have is that it don't curve and that it don't move.
I'm talking about positive. I'm not talking about negative things that you guys have against the globe. I'm talking about positive things you have on your model.
No, listen, you're assuming that everybody thinks there's an ice wall down there. That's a straw man. Okay. Listen, what have you ever been to? You've been to the lake, right? You've been to the local pond or something around you. There's a body of water. What holds that water in? Why does that water not come up to where you're standing on the land? Why does it not do that?
Because the land is holding it in.
There you go. So just like any other body of water, right? You don't require any kind of a wall or anything. You just require to have land that is higher than sea level. Now, as I understand, Antarctica, even without the ice, is the highest landmass that we know of.
8,000 feet on average.
Yeah. So so it's a shoreline, apparently. Now, is it a fully enclosed shoreline? Maybe sometimes it's not. There's a lot of talk of an East Gate or some shit like that where they can actually get through. They've tracked cargo ships more than 700.
No, there's no such thing as an East Gate, you dumb fuck. Oh my God.
Miles into the interior of Antarctica.
No, that's wrong. That's fucking impossible.
There's some pretty suspicious shit that's going on as far as that's concerned. I know. So
What it is, I don't know. I'm not a cartographer. Nobody has an accurate map, and as Ironworks pointed out so eloquently, nobody uses a globe for navigation anywhere. They never have.
Yeah, they do. They most certainly do. When you use GPS, you're using a globe, dumb fuck. Is he? Hold on. I'm done with this dumb fuck. Will's about done here anyway, so let's take a look. Oh,
you
yeah,
just moved
Alan.
them. You just said, that's what the flat earth predicts, and then you moved it to where they're supposed to be, and you said, okay, that flat earth predicted that. No, it didn't. You moved them there.
No, only when you're speaking through the God's eye view perspective. If we're talking the ground positions of the stars and what
Yeah, he's only been on for 30 minutes,
they're physically mapped to.
actually. Yeah, we'll just start it here.
Yeah, they had two star fields because there's the north and the southern stars. Two different sets of stars.
And that phenomenon can't exist on flat Earth
because the southern stars go away from you all the way to the other side of the Earth, but I still see them in my dome sky. They still stay there, but they're the southern stars. In the north, it makes sense because they are there. The north stars are there. But in the south, if it's the outer disk, then so like play the stars that go around Sigma Octantis. I just don't know if people realize this. Put it go back to right there, and then just play the day of time of day. Is that day? Okay, so all those stars that are spinning above your head in the south are actually going around the Earth on the outskirts. They're not going around the pole star, or else they're going around the pole star of a globe. So you're saying that the southern stars in your mind are actually staying there and going around the south pole? Because let me explain. If you're over in Australia, you see the
it's a personal dome. I love it.
Same stars circling the same South Pole star. So they also have to see the same stars in their sky. And then so it's just everybody on the outskirts of the Earth sees the stars no matter where they're at on the outskirts on the other side. I mean, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
So I don't know how it doesn't work because the Chinese went and did the exact same thing. They mapped out the southern the exact same way they mapped out the south. What they did is they went to the Falkland Islands, they went to the star Canopus, and they got almost to the zenith, like, they had it at like 88 degrees under their zenith instead of 90, and then they mapped everything out with
what star? What star?
The star Canopus, and
Cannabis?
They got almost to the zenith, like, they had it at like 88 degrees under their zenith instead of 90, and then they mapped everything out with latitude dependent effects based off of that, and they used hold on one second.
Yeah, but it's just when you keep saying latitude dependent, that's of course everything is latitude dependent.
The single observer latitude.
This is what I ought to do. Just whenever I want to watch YouTube, just go live. just go live.
Dependency is key here.
But that's that's no matter what. That's no matter what. Who believes differently than that? Who believes it's not latitude dependent?
Because you keep conceptualizing it as a unified total model.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about what an observer sees. So do me a favor, grab the longitude and move the longitude and watch what happens. And tell me this is just by accident. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody on the outskirts of the Earth sees the pole star completely in an opposite direction. Notice those people see it over there, those people see it over there, but it's the same field of stars. So clearly there's a model that says there's a reason for that. And the reason for that is because you're at the bottom of a globe and you're all looking in the same direction to the South Pole. That's telling us that the South Pole star is in a different direction for everybody. So, I mean, it's kind of... now, if you move the other way, move the latitude line and watch how it just unfolds perfectly. It's a sphere that unfolds... No, latitude, sorry. That one. If you just kind of watch it roll, that's a sphere. It just works perfectly. That you have the North Pole star, and then as you go out towards the edge, now the South Pole star unrolls, and now we can see that in the sky. So it's just funny that I didn't know that you still think that it's this map. Because if we want to show something else, now go to is the sun on there?
What do you think this map is? This map is just the positions of the stars on the vernal
That map is horseshit, man.
equinox.
That's what it is.
That's all this map ever was, for two separate hemispheres, and then merged together mathematically. What these observers are seeing, like, they don't see it all at the same time. They all see it on the same latitude. So
yeah, they don't see it at the same time because it's time dependent. Yeah, it'd be based on the time.
What I was saying though is that the Chinese went and mapped all this out as geocentric flat earthers using Canopus and then the southern Sigma Octantis, but there's two stars that lead it. The Sigma Octantis isn't bright enough.
Right. So could they have been wrong?
No, hold on. No, they were identical because later on we can get to an eclipse method that they use to come up with how to determine longitude, and it's identical to what's used today, like 1-to-1, like the accuracy. I'm pretty sure that the Jesuits took the Chinese model and then combined it mathematically, retold a whole story about how they needed to get a synchronized clock so that they could tell time at sea. The Chinese already did all of that in the early 1300s.
Can you turn on the paths real quick so we can see them? There's a button, I believe, to turn on the light paths.
You want to see some bendy light?
Yes.
Or whatever. I think is that right?
I don't remember where you do it. And then, do we see the sun or no? I can't really see the top of that. Where's the sun at right now? I don't know where the sun is. Do you have to turn it on up top or something?
All right, we're on star mode. There's no sun right now.
Okay. You can't. Let's bring the sun back just real quick so I can see. Okay, so that's the sun. Oh, it's kind of doing a video. So on the day that we saw the sun south of us in Antarctica, when it's actually over Australia, is there two suns? Or explain that to me, or what you feel now that you know that there is. You said earlier that you think there is a 24-hour sun. So people in Australia.
Yeah, we all see our own individual sun. All the stars are all individual to us relative to whatever latitude we're at. And I can show you that despite this projection in the globe saying that, well, the reason is that the sun is underneath you and all that because of the converging latitude lines, I can show you that over 7 million meters, the sun doesn't drop in elevation, the sun and the moon. Because like the big takeaway here, like forget about the socio-terrestrial measurements of mountains and stuff for a second, and like just observing the stars and where they're at and making a map based of it and having converging longitude lines and all that. Because like all that's going to work out mathematically per the hemisphere that it was mapped to. But when we introduce the physical occlusions, like what's blocking out the sun to create a shadow over the ground and create triangles with that per every observer at their location, what I can show you is that the sun and the moon do not change in elevation. So they're always parallel to the ground. That's the most significant thing put forward here, because all we're discussing is how apparent positions were mapped out. And to quote from Copernicus, if you're following what was conceived by astronomers for another purpose, i.e. conceptual models for ease of teaching, right, then you'll leave astronomy a bigger fool than what you're talking, or than when you entered. And what I'm proposing is unique because we're using the so-called light source of the object rather than the apparent position. So based on what the whole model is based on, it's not even based on the apparent positions that we see necessarily. It's based on the time that true position will come back in 24 hours. Because as these things get lower in the horizon, they end up lingering, and they don't follow the 15 degree per hour relationship at that. So everything is actually based off of where the light source is from the zenith measurement taken on the equinox, and then adding 15 degrees per hour to that. So we're interested in checking that to verify the actual altitude changes of these. Because if it turns out
you're breaking up. Hold up a second. Just you're roboting.
Oh, sorry.
Now you're frozen. Is it me or you? I'm running 5100 kbps. I'm all right. So if we take a globe model, you can take Google Earth for example. We can go anywhere on that model, and we can place an observer, and from there, the observation that the globe model calls for is what we see. There is no need to move the sun anywhere. There's no need to move the moon anywhere. It's just exactly where it would be on that model. Whereas on your model here, that's not the case. The case is no matter where we put the person, then they look up. Well, sometimes you have to completely move the sun from somewhere else on the Earth to inside that viewpoint for that person.
No. No, we don't have to do that at all.
Okay,
so the observer, it's single observer built, man. And then what was the other thing you said real quick? About the globe model. There's no globe model, bro. What you're looking at here are latitude and longitude.
Hold on a second. What do you mean there's no globe model? Go to Google Earth. That's a globe model.
Okay, and I'm going to explain to you what that's representing.
Okay.
Right. That's put together from latitude and longitude lines. Latitude and longitude lines are just positions of where stars transited.
Yeah, but they exist on a globe. That's where.
No, longitude and latitude lines are measured. They're divisions of a circle, stupid.
They were drawn.
You're saying that they exist on a globe, but you can't know that just from the apparent position alone, just from mapping them off of a cyclical nature, just by mapping their apparent position. And when they come back, that doesn't tell you anything unique. That could go either way.
But there's a model that calls for that, and there's a model that needs a lot of help to get that.
These are the same thing. This isn't a model. This is a latitude and longitude coordinate system.
Okay, so put that. Go to 70 degrees. Go to 80 degrees south, and like minus 120 east or west, just so we can get kind of where Union Glacier is. Is it working there? Or I could bring it up too. I thought I wanted that little dome on there. But I don't know why the dome disappeared. I'll see if I can bring it up here.
I'm not sure what happened either. Give me a second. Let me refresh. Yeah, there we go. It's back. It's back. I got it. I got you.
Okay. So, yes, thank you. Let me go in here. I gotta get back to the screen. I lost it. Where are you? Okay. So, and then, where are you at? I think you went 90 degrees. So go to 80 degrees just so we can get off the South Pole there. No, I'm sorry. Latitude 80. What is that doing?
Is that not latitude?
Okay, I guess so. I guess you're right there. Okay, I couldn't see it moving. All right, so there, and then put the sun, or put the date where it says day of the year. Put it like 3:55. One of those says day of the year. Do you see it? Like maybe go 3:55-ish. Okay, and then there's the sun. All right, so now put the sun at where it's off on top of Australia. Oh, I see. You're at the bottom of South Africa. Sorry, can you do the longitude? Move that for me just to Union Glacier, which is going to be like, yeah, take it the other way. No, the other way. There you go. Right around there. Back about 120. There. Good. Okay. So now take the sun over to where it's above Australia, which would be time of day. Is it there? Okay. So now the people in Australia see the sun above their head, and they're getting heat. It's heating them. Mm-hmm. And then the people in Union Glacier see the sun on the opposite wall. So there's two suns. Yeah. You're saying there's not two suns, or there is two suns? You're saying everybody has their own sun? There's an infinite suns?
Everyone sees their own individual sun that's latitude dependent. So what you're looking at is how you're going to perceive it in the southern hemisphere. It's going to do an antarc for you as the true position of the sun circles.
An anti-arc. An antarc. An antarc.
So we can just replace one word with the other. They don't mean anything different.
So listen, when
I'm asking, I asked a question. But I asked a question. Can we just call level things horizontal now and horizontal level? They're the same word? Because you just laughed because I said they're different.
Horizontal, straight, and level. Level doesn't mean curve. Level meaning curve is like redefined so that they could talk about.
So then you're saying that there's two words.
Respect your orthographic projections of an ellipsoid model and all that stuff.
No, it's just the definition of level. Level is from a certain point. So if you're saying level from the center of the Earth, then the oceans are level on a globe. That's how it works. You can laugh at it, but that's how it works. You have to admit that that's how they say it works.
That is exactly how they defined it. Well, what I'm talking about here, right? So. Do you understand that if Stellarium is a globe tool and all this stuff? And
Antarctica is named Antarctica because there's no bears.
All this globe stuff.
Yeah.
That the elevations, the true positions have to.
I'm going to go ahead and sign. Who else is here? Is anybody else here? Yeah, people are still here. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Watch this. So we'll talk to you guys later. I've been on for 3:40. It's enough time. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.